Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the one and only In the Crease with Tommy C on the Shot from the Point Productions channel. We've got several hours ahead. Nothing but hockey, interviews, music. You've hit it here right now. We're trying to do a marathon show, put as many people as we can in the crease right here with me, Tommy C. Anything that's going on, you're more than welcome to call in on Skype. Username Shot from the Point. Hey, everybody, what's going on? It's Game 7 night in the National Hockey League. Los Angeles versus San Jose, Philadelphia versus New York, and Minnesota versus Colorado. 3 choke artists managed to get in a Game 7 for an absolutely epic night. I cannot remember when this was this many Game 7s. But first, before we start with that, because we got plenty of time to talk about hockey, I got a very special guest, a very, very talented artist, one by the name, the Dub's own rapper, artist, and a quasi-actor in his music video, none other than Erik Smith. What's happening, brother?
What up, Tommy C?
Yeah, what's going on in the Dub? Tell me what's good. What's
Not
cracking?
much, man. I'm chilling here in the room. You know how I do. 50 Cent was chilling in the club. I'm chilling in the bedroom.
Oh, does 50 Cent ever go out there? Do you ever get big
Sorry?
rappers in Dublin?
Yeah, we get him. Time to time.
Who have you seen?
Mortal Technique, Snoop, P. Diddy, 50.
You saw Snoop.
Yeah, I seen Snoop, man.
Was it Smokey in there?
Well, I can't speak on that. Snoop might, crip walk on me face or some stuff like that. So I have to keep that quiet. I might have to go hire a blood or something, the blood bounce on him. So we don't want to get into that. We're trying to keep black on black violence to the minimum.
I'm glad I had you on. Listen, let me give you a little background on this cat right here. Well, first of all, let me introduce the music. This is mtbrd. Did you see that beat that I just played?
Yeah, man, that was sweet.
That's from an artist that I just hooked up with out of the UK, of all places. And I actually picked that up from a Grand Theft Auto video. And I was so blown away by the music, how he mixes sort of jazz and hip hop, and he makes these beats and what have you. So I had to throw that on. Please check it out. Well, later on when the video is recorded, if I get if I get it in the description box below, or I can post it, check out mtbrd on SoundCloud. He's also on Bandcamp, as are you, correct?
Yes, I am. I'm on Bandcamp. I'm on Reverb Nation. I'm on SoundCloud. I will provide links when this gets posted up on YouTube. I could do them now, but I have such a mellow accent that you probably won't catch everything that I say. So, actually, you know what you can do? Go to Tommy C's page and add me on Facebook if you want. If you're listening, if you really want to get what we're here doing in the DUB, then yeah, add me. It's no problem at all. I'm all good for that.
You also can hit me up on Twitter, Tommy C SFTP, Tommy C SFTP. You'll notice a recent interaction between Erik. That's at Erik De Niro, correct? On Twitter?
Yes, I pretend to be Robert De Niro's love child. I sometimes can pull a face like him when he's just had a shit. So you can kind of see it in my profile picture. I do have some resemblance, except when you meet me close up, I look more like John Belushi.
So, let's be frank here. You're living in Dublin.
Okay.
You try to take up hip hop. It's hard enough for white Americans. What's that mean to be an Irish inside of Dublin? I mean, is it difficult? Is there a big scene there? Is it as easy as acceptive?
There's a big scene. And to quote a famous Irish movie called The Commitments, which is about a bunch of Irish people getting into rhythm and blues, soul, the likes of...
big film in the States, by the way.
Wilson Pickett and stuff like that. The quote from the movie is that the Irish are the blacks of Europe. Yeah, the Dubliners are the blacks of Ireland. And the North Side Dubliners, which I'm a North Side Dub, we're the blacks of Dublin. So I don't know. Like there's rhythm in the Irish, and it's not just about skin color. If you have rhythm, you can do it. You know what I mean? But the hip hop scene in Ireland is definitely getting some notice. It's becoming a lot more polished. So a lot of things, it's influence from America. If you go as far back as the 90s when MTV was getting big, even the way gang culture changed over here, it's a direct influence from the States and movies and stuff like that, and it's just become part of everyday life for better or worse, Tommy.
Yeah, well, I wasn't trying to say that. I mean, I absolutely. You can do it if you have the talent, and it is not a racial thing. I mean, the cultural influence as far as being exposed to it, yeah, that might lead somebody from Los Angeles or New York to have a smoother transition. But it's certainly not it comes from the Bronx, New York, and it's spread, and it's a worldwide phenomenon. I didn't mean to say that it couldn't do it. I was just kind of wondering because, like, when I was growing up, and if you wanted to do something like that, if you wanted to be a white kid and a rapper, there was a certain amount of resistance you would get from your peer groups. That's really what I was talking about. I think anybody in hip-hop knows that there's plenty of great rappers that are not African American. One of the things I was exposed to when I moved to Europe is there's a lot of talented, even German rappers. They're out there.
Yeah, German, they're out there.
So it's not racial, but I mean, if you grow up in a black community, you're gonna have more exposure to it. You're gonna have guys that know the business aspect of it. You're gonna have you're gonna have access to people that have turntables or know how to put beats together on a computer. So it's look. If I was Swedish, I'd probably be a better skier. Let's put it that way. You know, you know what I'm saying?
That's true, man. That's true, and you'd probably end up working in IKEA.
Yeah. There you go. So that's not what I was trying to say. I was just like wondering, did you get any crap in school? Because you're a young man. How old are you?
Yeah, well, when I started, I'm 23 this year.
You're 23. So you were interested in high school? You started this in high school, I imagine?
I got interested in rap music from a young age because my mother's boyfriend at the time was a big, all we used to get here was Tupac and whatever was on MTV spinning, the biggest spin. So Tupac. Actually, the thing in Irish rap now is that a lot of guys in Irish rap try to follow the rhyme schemes and patterns of East Coast rap, and the foundation of it, which happened obviously in New York and stuff like that in the East Coast. But if you are into rap music in the 90s, all that was playing was on MTV was West Coast music, so Snoop, Dre, all that. So that's what everyone got exposed to. But nowadays,
that was the West Coast explosion. I mean, so
that was my first introduction to rap music, and I only got into lyrics and how different rhyme schemes and all that stuff when I got the internet, because that's when things became available, to us.
That's
really
when things
freely.
open up for you. I mean, you could make connections. I noticed you made connections with Jersey Menace.
Oh, Jersey Menace. Yeah, he actually only lives over there. Like, literally, he lives from the distance of the Hudson River. You know what I mean? From Jersey to New York. You know what I mean? To Manhattan. You know what I mean? That's literally the difference. He only lives over the road, but I don't see him enough because we both work. So we don't really get time. I did go in and record with him about 3 months ago, but I was just messing around. He's from East Orange actually. So
are you really? So you guys are sending tapes back and forth? I mean, I'm really, you introduced me to him, and I'm really I'm actually really impressed with what's going on as far as Jersey Menace is concerned.
Oh, Jersey Menace. He actually only lives over there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Sorry, man. I'm at the main interrupted here. You there, Tommy?
No, I'm right here. No, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize.
No, you didn't interrupt me. No, me computer, something popped up there, man. That's why I went blank there for a second. I'm very sorry.
Don't worry about it.
I'm very sorry. No, Jersey Menace is, we actually, how, it's a funny story. Remember I mentioned IKEA earlier?
Mm-hmm. No, tell me the story.
So what happened was I was going out for an interview for IKEA. I was researching my Swedish roots. And we're sitting and we're getting interviewed and stuff like that. And it was like a group interview. And they're like, tell us something that you do at home. And I was the first one to stand up. And everyone was saying, oh, I bake, I cook and all this stuff. And I was like, oh, I rap. And straight away he looked over at me. And I couldn't really place his accent, man, because the only really guy from Jersey I've met before was you. And I knew that accent and stuff like that. Yours is a thick Jersey accent, but his is kind of more like, you can tell he was the wigger that hung around with the brothers. You know what I mean? Because
I think he's from Elizabeth, correct? He's in that area. Well, East Orange, Elizabeth, that area. That's a tough area.
Yeah, it's rough, man. He's got that kind of that appeal about him. You know what I mean? So, anyway, when I said I was interested in rap, he came straight up to me after that. And, the two of us just became best buddies right then and stuff like that. So, it took an interview in IKEA to get Jersey and Dublin, on the rap tip to collaborate.
So you guys is talking about doing something. Let me tell you something. As soon as you get some kind of collaboration going, please let me know. Because I got to check it out.
We have to finish up that track.
He owes me some music, I think. He's supposed. So I'm supposed to spin stuff on here, maybe in a future hockey video or something of that nature. So he should be getting in touch with me sooner or later. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Maybe we'll send him this video and let him know what's going on.
Let him know what's going down.
So you got from the sounds of it, you didn't get a lot of the you're the wigger. It sounds like everybody was pretty accepting of it over there.
I did. At first, I did because what happened was I'll give you a timeline, okay? So, as I said, I was always into rap music from a young age, but when it really started exploding around Ireland is when Eminem and 8 Mile came out. So that's when everyone got introduced to battling. Before that, we'd never heard of battling. So that's when we all started, trying to battle each other like the movie 8 Mile. And there was like 3 or 4 people in this like group of us in the school that everyone knew rapped and stuff like that. And of course, like the regular person was, you're a wigger and stuff like that. And then when they heard you rap, then is when they started to change their mind and stuff like that. And you weren't given that tag and stuff. You're like, he's cool, he can rap and stuff like that. So that's where kind of got
So bottom line, once you can do it. Once you can do it, then the respect comes from right there and then.
Yeah, that's it. Like they were kind of amazed how like like an exercise that we kind of used to do was we get these people that didn't think that thought we were stupid for doing it. We get them, we not line them up. We let them hang around with us, and we'd say, all right, we'll say a word, and we'd freestyle that word into a verse off the top of our head. And that's when they were really impressed because they thought maybe we were just reciting other rappers' songs, you know what I mean? But no, they could see that we were actually, doing it off our head and stuff like that, and it was original. It wasn't, biting,
how good are you?
Say.
If I threw that beat on again, could you rap over it? Are you that good? Is that too
much
pressure?
Give me something. Give me a topic to rap on. I'll try to rap to it.
What about that? Is that beat the one I just played before? Would that be good enough?
Yeah, okay.
That's all I got. So you're out of luck. So. That's all I got. Let me let's see. I'm gonna mic you up as high as I can get you. All
okay.
Right. Here's where we're gonna try this right now, right there. We did a rap battle on. We actually did a rap battle in. That's about as high up as it can go. We did a rap battle on Joe Cronin's show, which was a complete fucking mess, and it was really really funny. It was super funny. But I know I got because I've heard you personally before. Over, what were you playing? A game of asshole or something like that? Drinking in Dublin?
Oh, Kings.
Yeah, it was crazy, right?
Kings, yeah.
You're playing Kings. That's
and I was like trying my best to impress you because I'm here with a veteran.
Get out of here.
This dude probably sits in a bunker spitting rhymes to his homeboys, about to get killed, some Afghanis or some shit like that, and then he just told me you're in intelligence.
No, but I will say this: there's a lot of guys in the army that are extremely into hip hop, and that's where I really first saw it. Like they goes, okay, let's go rap, and they sit in a corner like in a barracks room, like in a training area, and then just spit. And I mean, it was just, and it was competitive too. If you couldn't hang, you were gone. They wouldn't pass off to you. But it was really cool to hear, and they didn't need music or anything. It was mind blowing. All right, I'm gonna give you a shot. I'm actually checking my levels here. I want to make sure that you're.
You should do the intro to the song "Lose Yourself." If you had one shot.
This is it. All right, you have one shot. This is it. Here you go. Good luck. I'm gonna put it on right now. Halfway. Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
I want to hear your level. Talk to me real quick.
Okay. Here to say 300 MCs, a corrupt cunt run through the litter. You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear it. Go.
I'm here to say 300 MCs. I'm a corrupt cunt that run through the litter. You can call me bitter. I'm back by the nasty. Lastly, I want to point out how I want to take out the whole government. Like Chinese takeout, microchips, women with childbearing hips. It's time to let rip. I skip the queue. Smitha, he's now ahead of you. The Catholic Christian, Hasidic Jew, Sunni Islamic, a mathematical fuck up. Just like anyone who took up the leaving certificate. I'm illmatic mixed with the Carl, dirty meth. I'm moving on your left, with killers on the right. Look, I don't give a shit about similes, punchlines or flow. I'm similar to people who punch people's in lines, moving at a steady flow. You like, I'm heavy low, party like it's your birthday, cause tomorrow could be the last day on earth you get. There was direct clouds your mind, you're looking to find meaning. As to why you do so much cleaning, you're stuck in the mud, pull down the top of your hood to reveal yourself as the villain. I'm dexterous, motivated by killing. Horrible rap musicians, I get extroverted, while Orwellian plots are formed by the globalists. Media like to portray people like conspiracists. I'm just a lyricist, a narcissistic prick. I said you were amazing. Now that you are amazing, I'm chasing point dreams in the 97 Polo. Marco with the toy and travel. I'm watching you do work harder. Rap, funk, boy, ignore. I beat this beat, don't be applaud me. Okay, so take mix, watch me rise and exercise the demons.
I don't know how you do it.
Ready air your L, straight from the horse's mouth. You cut the gift of the guy with no doubt. What I'm about, I rock you shit, you stupid fuck the shots. I live in a 2-bed apartment, I'm here to start shit unarmed. I make you look like you self-hand ya. Messed up, bitch should have armed yourself. Perfect, I kill at will, I'm ill flow. You already know I don't got the sound, nothing like the audience favorite. I speak sense under no false pretense. I'm sick of silly MCs.
Hey, you can take a breath, man. You proved yourself. You more than proved yourself.
Nasty nose breaking like rhinoplasty. Lastly, I want to give a shout out to anyone who ever liked the shit that came out me mouth. Real shit, this is a shot from the point, raise a point or a joint. Time to see, this is what it be in the crease with the grease like Danny Zuko, but you already know how it go. No John Travolta, I send volts through you, electrocute you. Oh no, I get Tommy to whip out the M16 and shoot you, boot you in the face, fuck up your place. I got a taste for MCs, that's why I be eating these MCs.
I'm running out of
knows
track,
that I will
Erik.
never freeze, even if the Skype connection has an infection. This the #1 selection. You're about to give me the motherfucking vote. This is the election. Obama, I'll bring the drama. Can't tame me. Don't give a Bob hope if anyone think I'm dope or not. Fuck around with Tommy C in the crease, you get shot.
You
And that's
okay?
how we do. Boom.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you something. It's so hard rapping on Skype. Yeah, you won't be able to believe it. I don't know how you did. I don't know how you did that. So it just, what do you do? You just think of something and you rhyme right there and then. It's just that simple, or it's just practice.
Part of it is like verses that I have right. I can freestyle off the top of the head, right, and some of it might come out okay. Like when you're drunk and you freestyle, it's like it sounds good now, but like when you want to be coming prepared. So like some of those verses are actually like they're me freestyle verse. Like that stuff that I have prepared for a freestyle, but then I mix some of the verses in with literally stuff off the top of the head. So that's why you heard me talking about Tommy C and the crease, because that was off the top of the head. But then I was going with some stuff that like was prepared. So I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't on a BlackBerry though, like Drake.
But I mean, people don't realize it's like so difficult. I mean, to come up with something like that. And I know how Skype works. You can't hear the music like as well as you could if you had like a set of headphones on and you're right here. But for you able to spit like that and then feel me, it's just it's a talent I wish I had. I don't know what I'd do with it.
Well, you have other talents, man. You host a pretty good fucking podcast. You know what I mean? So like, you should be proud of yourself because I'm proud of you.
You sound like this black guy I grew up with, and he's like, don't put yourself down, man.
I'm a motivator. No, I'm only joking.
To be motivated. I don't know. I do a lot of stuff.
Mr. Motivator. That's my name.
You're a motivator?
There's the Terminator and there's the Motivator. I'm the Motivator.
I want to get into your music video, which was obviously a really big deal for you. It's actually very well directed. I'm pretty sure you've never done anything like it before. Give me the story, and also make sure you plug the guys that helped you out with it as well.
Yeah, well, of course, man, of course. Well, first of all, you can, as I said, Tommy's up on Tommy C S F T P.
That's
it,
correct.
yeah?
At Twitter, yeah.
Tommy's on Twitter at that, and I'm on Erik De Niro. So if you go on to Erik De Niro, ErikDeniro, I will plug the guy who directed the video. He's a very talented guy. He's actually a producer, director, and rapper. So he's a triple threat. His name is Michael Rock. He had a different name, Rockabling, back in the day. And me and him, what happened was when the internet became really big in Ireland around 2007, 2008, and I realized that I could record me songs guerrilla style by hooking up, as you said, a SingStar mic and just getting some instrumentals and rapping over them on a program called Audacity. He was one of the first guys that where we would trade verses, we would record them and send them to each other and put them on songs. He was called Rockabling back then. And me and him lost touch for a few years. And, I'd see him here and there on, Facebook and out and about. And when I put out my song, Gangland, when I put it out, on Bandcamp, he was one of the, few people to listen to it. And he texted me straight away and he says, look, man, he says, we have to do a video for this. He says, I'm getting images in my head of what I could do for a video for this song. He says, it's so, descriptive. So I was like, yeah, and I wasn't really taking him serious at first because I hadn't seen any of his work. So he sent me some of the work that he'd done already, and I was really impressed. I was like, wow, and for the price as well, like it costs money to do it. And I'm not gonna say we just. It does look amateur, but like for the price I've done it for, it's not too bad. You know,
I know. Well, look, I mean, everybody's an amateur right now because none of us are getting paid. So except Joe Cronin, he's making money.
Yeah, except Joe Cronin. Shout out to Joe Cronin. I'm gonna hop on that too, man. You just need to have me as a guest.
Yeah, you gotta get on that because I know you're a big wrestling. I know you're a big wrestling guy.
I love wrestling. But we'll get into that later. I'll finish about the video.
Yeah, absolutely.
So anyway, like literally, it all happened in the space of a week. Really? I got paid and I had extra money out for my birthday, and I was like, right, I've got this song that's been produced by a proper sound engineer and producer. I don't think anyone here, like, you know, people in Ireland, there's a lot of actually, you know, steady work from people. I'm slacking in that regard. Like, people are releasing albums and mixtapes, and they're all, you know, they're good quality. So, but I don't think my track. I think it's better produced. It sounds different, and the story, the content is basically like everyone in Ireland is trying to sound like Wu-Tang Clan. And, you know, they're trying to have, you know, talk about, like,
there's a Wu-Tang vibe to the video, and I've heard some of your other stuff, and there's not that there's that, but this is your most Wu-Tang sounding track, and then I guess he heard the track because I heard the original Gangland, and I guess that he just jumped in and said we can make this little small. It's really a small movie, is what it is.
Yeah, but that's what happened. Like, it's a small. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of had the ideas for most of it. Michael just really shot it. I had the idea in my head what I wanted to do. I wanted it to be about a guy who's at the fall and foul of some former friends, and they're into, you know, gang stuff, and basically, you know, they come and you know, they don't know whether it's him or not, but they have an idea, so they, you know, they kill him and stuff like that, and you see him being dragged out of the house. It starts off, car pulls up, I get dragged out the house.
Don't tell the story of the video, because I got it right here. I got it queued up. I got it ready to go.
I got it queued up, ready to go?
Yeah, I got it queued up, ready to go. We're going to play it right now.
Cool. We can talk, you can ask you some questions after the video.
All right, here's the thing. This is Erik Smith, Gangland. It is actually, don't let him put it down. It is, look, it's not Hollywood, but I wouldn't go far as say it's amateur. It looks quite good. And you really get to see Erik when he's got a comfortable environment, when he can actually spit with the nice studio and what have you. He can sound real clear. And it's I was really impressed by it, and hopefully this helps you out. We'll see. And here it is, Erik Smith, Gangland, and who is The Rock. What's your other guy's name?
Michael Rock. That's
Michael
the director.
Rock. Now his name will appear in the video too. Here it is. Check it out.
What happened here anyway?
Yeah, he pulled out a gun.
One thing I found, I wish I didn't. I betray an image, but they don't get the picture. I'm trying to be me, they only wanna see what I used to wanna be. A gangster, but the real gangsters terrorize me neighborhood. Walk around and grab your boy to hold. Be loose out here for fun. The gangsters winning 1,000 to 1. That's a high ratio, now can I top that? Mathematically not. I run the risk of being stabbed, beaten or shot. I had a dream, they took it away. Now when I see them, I just look away. It's the only way I can get through me day. I turn me head, cause if I take a glance, I drop that friend. So I won't take that chance. Didn't stop there because of that bullet that hit me. I could feel it split inside. It went inside and out. They said that's what you get by not closing your mouth. We run east to west and the north to the south. Can't hear a sound, I'm just collecting thoughts. I want to get out and stay free. To keep me around, they start threatening me. Tell me if I didn't want to be caught in the crossfire, and if I run for a higher ground, I'll be found face down on hollow ground. In the Wicklow Mountains, buried in the hellfire, close surrounded by dirt. I just got killed by nothing but dirt. And when the bullet hits you, you don't wonder who got it, you wonder who shot it. And where do they want you to die? I was a nice guy, had a wife, a girl and a boy. Beat the girl, was getting boy on the boy. Said I whipped the shipment, now they're full of resentment. They better be repentant, I swear on the Bible. Revenge is sweet, and if I die I'll be more blood on the street. So get your suit pressed and lay a read, cause when I get out I'm gonna bring the heat. Took the tube down me chest and I grabbed the vest. I rang around some old friends who had no problem toying up the loose ends. The plan set in motion, time to carry it out. I drove down south and the things in the back of the Beamer. This was revenge for what they did to me so unjustly. They always did disgust me, so they pay big time. You can trust me. I whip out the yacht and start to lay clap shots and pot shots, not doorsteps. You hear the bulldog bark as the car spin away with the assailants who just assassinated you. I made a break for the border on strict order. The time was roughly quarter to 2. You watch yourself on the ground as your spirit leave the ground. You never lost, but your body may never be found. And how profound is that? You went from nothing to being just that. A shell casing found around you. Now there's nothing inside of you.
Fuck off.
Oh! He got smoked!
Oh shit, man!
You got smoked! What the hell is
I got
that?
smoked,
Career's
bro. They
over
got
already.
me, son. They got me, son.
They got you. What?
They got me. Oh no, they didn't do my baby like that.
You got smoked. Was that a little bizarre? I mean, like your first video, you actually.
Wait, actually, I've got a funny story from that scene.
Go ahead.
Right, so that's see where I'm getting shot.
Yeah.
That's like underneath a train, a railway.
Oh god.
And it was down where I used to live, a place called Balbriggan, right? So we go down there, and like usually like no one goes down there. The only time people are down there is like in the early hours of the morning, you know, drinking and you know smoking and whatever they do. I don't know, but I knew it was a good area because it has graffiti, it has everything. It looks like it could be in Newark.
It looks like you could whack somebody.
Staten Island, you know what I mean?
Right.
It looks the part, you know what I mean?
Right.
So we went down there, and as I said, no one goes down there because of a fear of who's down there. And the one day we decided to shoot scenes there, you know, at one point in the video I had my top off, which is not a pretty sight. That's we had to make it PG by putting my top back on because it would have been X-rated if I had my top off.
Can I ask you something about real quick before we go on to the story? Because I don't want you to forget the story. Is like, look. I mean, I'm having a weight problem right now. I've gained like 20 pounds since I left the military. When they told you to take your shirt off, I can't imagine you were terribly comfortable with that. How did that go?
No, I was comfortable.
You had no problem with it
because,
whatsoever?
like again, as I said, we shot this video guerrilla style.
Yeah.
You know, we knew it was being shot for no money, no budget. So we said, right, whatever we have to do it. And that's why there's one or two things in the video I'm not happy with because I let my friends, the two guys that hit me in the video, they're my friends, right? And I said to them, I says, look, I says, when you're hitting me, hit me. I says, hit me hard.
Hit you hard,
And,
might as well sell it,
don't be afraid to hit me because this has to look real. We've nothing, you know, you can try as many tricks you want, but it has to look real. And like we shot about 5 different angles of me being hit.
Yeah.
And the one angle he uses in the video of me being hit, it looks fake, but the other angles and other shots we had, I was really being punched, but the one that he used, I like a little slap in the face, and it looks fake.
So let me get it straight. You're all proud and shit. Like, yeah, I took a beating for my art.
Yeah. And then the scene he uses is the one where like it looks fake.
He gave the love tap.
Yeah, like no, seriously, man. I came back from that video shoot, right? It took 7 hours to do it. We done it real fast, right?
Yeah.
And I came back with Emma and my grandmother will tell you, man. I came back with bruises all over my arms and my chest and my face because I was letting them. I was like, hit me,
Yeah,
fucking
sure.
hard.
I'd have done the same thing. I would have
hit me with haymakers, everything. It has to look real, and I didn't care because
So
I
they
thought,
probably used the first
it would look
cut.
real.
Because you figure your buddies, the first punch is going to be, they're going to try to measure it a little bit because they don't want to hurt you, but they want to
Yeah, and they were doing that, but gradually they were getting into hitting me, you know, they were punching me hard. And he was taking the shots of all these hits.
Yeah.
But he used the one like from maybe the fourth scene where it doesn't look like I'm really getting hurt. Like the guy slaps me in the face or something, and I turn back around and start rapping after it. And I kind of even give him a look in the video where I'm like, you fucking pussy. I says, hit me. But I'm rapping the lyrics of the song at the same time.
Do you got outtakes? Do you have outtakes?
We'll get some outtakes.
You got to get some outtakes.
That could be like on some type of show, like Real Tree. It could be on like you could actually put it on Monetize This. You could have a segment where you put up like really shitty videos or outtakes of videos, and that could be the first thing you show.
Flip back to the story. I didn't want to interrupt you because I didn't want to, but I had to know about that stuff. But flip back to what you're saying.
No, I'm not really. I'm trying. I'm doing DDP yoga. That's more wrestling related stuff. But I'm doing DDP yoga at the moment, and
is it working?
That's kind of helping shed the pounds. You know,
Is it working
I've tightened up a lot. You know what I mean? But I do know what you mean. It is kind of daunting at first. Now taking that top off, because I'm not cool. I wouldn't just go down the beach now and take my top off, because I would be embarrassed, you know.
I'd
you
be the
want to
same.
have that
I gotta be honest with you.
Jersey Shore ball, you know what I mean? But
I'd be the same way.
I'm working.
I know you're a little heavier than me, but I'm having a little problem with it right now. And the worst part about it is I really know what to do, and you know, and what have you. But you know,
fucking Marine.
It's tough to be chubby in like a very like youth-oriented, skinny society. You know what I mean?
It is.
And
Man,
Ireland's
it is.
no
They don't
States.
make Levi's for us guys anymore.
Flip back to the place you found in Ireland under the bridge with Newark. What was the story? You were going in a direction of story there. You said it was creepy, and the one day you show up, what happened?
Yeah, the one day we show up, right? We're shooting the scenes, and as I said, we shoot about 3 or 4 different takes and of each scene and stuff, like different angles and stuff. The same scene, repeat. So we're there for the good part, or trying to get this right and everything. You know what I mean? And like for the whole hour, no one at all is, you know, walking by or walking down. We're safe, like, you know what I mean? No police, nothing. And right at the last take, I was like, nah, right, I'll take the top off and I'll make it look like he's been beating the shit out of me, right? So I'm there, I'm tied up, I'm gagged, like, you know, something out of Deliverance.
No.
You know, it looks like they're about to rape me or something. And they have the guns, like we had these fake guns, as you can see, and they've got them pointed to my head, and they have like the mask on and the balaclavas. And this guy walks down with his dog right as they're like shouting at me, like, get the fuck down and shit like that. I'm gonna fucking. And next of all, the guy just stands there with his dog and just kind of walks back, and we're like, no, it's okay, they're not shooting me. And I run out with like my hands tied behind me back, tape falling over my face. It's okay, they're not gonna kill me. It's okay.
They're
You can walk with your dog. And yeah, man's like, he had a kind of like a. He had not a Dublin accent, but like a mix between a Dublin and a you know, a country accent, you know, like a hillbilly
So he
accent.
was probably scared.
So he comes in, he's like, oh, here, boys, I'm not able for this stuff. He thought we were going to shoot him because he would have been a witness if it was a real murder. So we would have had to have killed him and his little Jack Russell, but luckily that didn't happen. The NSPCA are not on my tail. No pun intended, tail. You get that?
Yeah, that's
so good. But we'll have to get the outtakes from that time. It will look good.
I want to see you get hit. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm like
Well, that's what I mean. That's what annoyed me, because I was taking real hits, and he decides to use the one where I don't look like I'm getting hit.
He looks like a love tap, you know.
Yeah, the rest of the video looks okay.
Here's another thing,
though,
one of the things, like, you shoot this video, and I got a pretty good idea what it's like to do this stuff. I've been trying to do stuff like this since I was a teenager. And the thing is, like, you know, especially recently in the States, I would think of doing it now. I mean, that's a great way to get shot in the States. If you see two look like some Heckler and Koch guns pointed at a guy that's tied up, you might get smoked by an American cop. He may come over and break your ass.
Yeah. That's it, man.
You know,
and like, that's why we're lucky over here that they haven't got guns, because again, man, if you see someone that looks like they're going to shoot someone in America, you straight away are going to try and subdue them. You know,
they
shot to the leg at least.
They will shoot you dead in that scenario, and you almost couldn't blame the cop. That's why they get, you know, and that's the situation. I mean, there's a million other ones, man, and we don't have time to get into it and what have you. Hey, listen, I really appreciate you coming on. But I do got to get to the hockey. I don't know if that's not your bag. I don't know. Hockey's not even too big outside of Northern Europe.
Listen, well, what we need to do is you need to get me back on, okay? You need to get Cronin on. And we can. I'll start watching some NHL, because I want to be able to talk about you with this stuff. I feel like I'm not being a good friend, but not knowing about hockey.
Dude, it's not. It's you didn't grow up in it. I grew up in it. The Devils and the Rangers in 1994 and what have you. It was like it's just kind of like what we were talking about before. I mean, it'd be cool if you got into it. And I have met some Englishmen online that play. You know how you start getting into it, and then go pick up NHL 14. That's how you learn the rules.
Yeah, well, that's how I got into basketball. I'll get the video game, and I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, this is good. I like this.
Yeah.
And then you kind of start following it, you know?
Yeah, no, it'd be a good start. Here's what I'm going to do. What I want to do, if I can find this stupid thing, this show you how professional I am. I got to take a break, because we just did 34 minutes, and I can't talk that long, especially on this marathon show. And then I got to get Joe Cronin on after this, so we can talk some hockey and what have you. But listen, I really appreciate really appreciate bringing on. I'll catch up with you on Facebook. Right
no problem, man. No problem. Anything for a friend. And
you've been a real good friend to me. I only got to meet you once, but
listen, man, you've been a better friend to me, man. I mean, seriously, you've been looking out for me. You're doing a hockey show, but you're still taking the time to put, stuff like me on. So I really appreciate that. You're the first person that's ever given me a break.
That's the
so
work.
I'll always remember that if anything does happen.
But let me tell you something. That's how it works. And Joe Cronin will tell you the same thing. And I'll only be serious because we do a lot of goofing around. You look out for other artists, so to speak. I don't consider myself an artist, and I don't go down that road. But look, I'm just using the term because that's what people understand.
Yeah, man, this is art. Do you know what I mean?
I suppose. I don't know. I got a real different way of looking at it. I don't think there's anything wrong with calling it that way. I don't know. Calling myself an artist is
Please do not make me go back into Mr. Motivator. Please don't make me do this. Don't make me act like the black man I wish I was.
You got to look. Well, let me tell you something.
Listen here, man. What you got to do is you got to start appreciating that you got some art here. This is a hockey podcast. You got everything in here, brother. Okay? Now listen, if you was to catch my black ass around Newark or some shit, man, I'd be like, yo, man, you got to check out Tommy C. My brother from Jersey, he checking out with the hockey on the podcast. Motherfuckers be playing the Devils and shit like that and the Rangers. You know what I mean? Hockey pucks to your motherfucking ass.
Hey,
I'll let you go.
Listen. Thanks so much for being on. I appreciate it so much. Look, if we can do something again, we will. We did talk about doing an Irish American podcast last summer.
Did we?
Maybe this is something. Maybe this is the framework for something.
Well, you've taken my virginity with podcasting, so we can get wild in the next few months.
Well, I took your virginity, and if you're like a good girl, you won't try anybody else until I treat you bad enough. No, you have to leave.
Never. I'll always stay at my first.
You'll stay at your first. All right.
I'm loyal.
Hey, I love you, brother. I'll see you around. Hopefully in Ireland in a couple months.
Please, God.
And if you get over here, let me know. You got a place to stay.
Of course. I know.
All right, brother.
Voice bad and got a place for me. I know this.
Give a big shout to your cousin.
Oh yeah, wait. Big congratulations on the engagement.
Thank you very much.
No
We're
problem.
heading to Denmark pretty soon to do it European Vegas style.
Oh yeah.
And real quick, your cousin was hanging out with Heisenberg.
That's actually my aunt, but we can call her. She's like a cuz, yeah.
Oh, she's your aunt.
Man. She was with Bryan Cranston last night.
Yeah, that's true.
He has a play called All the Way, which is about Lyndon Johnson, and he plays Lyndon Johnson, and he's doing a monologue, like a 3-hour monologue, and it's based around right after Kennedy gets shot. So he comes back
going to
on
attempt
Air Force One, and it goes the whole till his death, I think. And
really?
yeah, she waited outside the Neil Simon theater, and he, like a gentleman, this guy is so big right now. He probably is the most loved actor in the world.
Right now,
he signed every autograph, took every picture.
No kidding.
With everyone that waited outside that bought a ticket. You had to have your ticket, obviously, and they formed a queue, and everyone got to take their pictures with him. And the only downside was if you're a big Breaking Bad fan or Malcolm in the Middle fan, he would not sign any memorabilia from those shows because people just want to make money off these types of things. And if you were trying to do that, you have to pay €100 to a charity. $100 to a charity for them for him to sign anything related to those shows.
We've had conversations, Shot from the Point, about these guys, and that's your aunt. I thought it was your cousin, to be honest with you, because she said my nephew. If she told me, maybe that. Because we're both in our 30s now. That's why you became a nephew. I'm wondering about that now. But that's what's his name? Cranston? Am I saying his name correctly?
Cranston, that's it.
Cranston. Yeah, there you go. Cranston, of course, the great Heisenberg from Breaking Bad with I don't know. We'll just say M's.
I'll name all the rest of the cast. You got Aaron Paul. You've got what's that name? Giancarlo Esposito, the guy who played Gus.
The guy who played Gus in what?
That guy. He's amazing.
Who are you talking about?
The guy Gus from Breaking Bad. You know him?
Nah, I didn't like Breaking Bad. I got to be honest with you. I mean, I respect the actors, but I wasn't a big fan of the show. I'll be honest with you. I'm a Sopranos guy. Very loyal to the Sopranos. I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it.
Yeah, it was okay. It was a crappy ending.
Was it really? You're the only guy who said that, though. Everybody else said it wasn't a crappy ending.
It was just the easy way out, you know what I mean? Like, they set it off where it was meant to. I thought it was going to end with maybe Have you seen it? I won't ruin it for you, but I
I
thought
don't
maybe
care.
it
I'll
was
never
going
watch
to
it
end
anyway.
with
Go
one
ahead.
of those being...
Now the spoilers are what we're talking like 6 months already since you spoiled.
So well, anyway, here's spoiler alert. So turn off the fucking podcast if you don't like it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to end with either McConaughey or Harrelson being this Yellow King, which it's alluded to all throughout. After the third episode that there's this guy called the Yellow King, and all it's all satanic ritual and stuff like that, and it points to one of them being involved with it. There's a lot of references like Woody Harrelson is pretty mean towards women. Like he looks like, and a lot of women end up dead in it. So like it looks like he could be a bleeding serial killer or something. But then in the end, it was the easy way out at the top of the end. They could have made it a lot more complex. But then again, they could have left it open ended like The Sopranos, which I thought was a great end.
Which I absolutely loved. I love the
I
open.
loved it because rest in peace, James Gandolfini.
Yeah,
but it left it
it's
open
almost
to
been a
where.
year. It'll be a year next month, if you can believe that. I think it's July 12th. July 12th or 13th when he died in Italy a year ago. Oh.
Great actor.
Hey, listen. I think we covered. I think we plugged you. We already did 40 minutes. I got to get off because I got to get Joe Cronin on and do hockey. We're gonna be playing songs for the next 10 minutes or so, and then I'm gonna come back around the other side with Mr.
I will be
Joe
listening to
Cronin.
the live stream.
Yeah, you can check us out on the live stream. Keep going. Like I said,
I will be tweeting.
Thanks for being in the crease, brother.
No problem. I love being in your crease.
Well, not that crease.
No, the show.
Tell you what, go look what
the
that means hockey wise, and then don't scare me with your homosexuality. That's
Listen, man, I'm gonna be the first gay Irish rapper. Okay, you remember that.
You're all the first gay. If you're gonna come out,
opportunity.
If you're gonna come out, if you get famous, you're gonna come out. You owe me coming out here. That's all I can tell you.
I'll be coming on. Not coming.
You're
out.
as straight as they come. You kidding me?
See you, dude. All right.
Hey, one more thing. Did that video get you any ass? Be honest.
Nah, nothing yet. I'll tell you what though, the video done well. Is like within.
Did you get a kiss at least?
I got a girl I work with. She's kind of like ooh, I love your video. But nothing like I was hoping for.
Well, you just got to make a better video next time. You got to keep pushing it out.
I'll get you to direct it. In New Jersey,
do that.
We'll fly off to Jersey to shoot.
If I thought, if I get a decent job over there, I'll fly over there and direct it. That's what I'll do. I'll talk to you later, Eric. I'll see you around, brother.
Talk to you, bro. Bye.
Peace. All right, that was Eric Smith. Please check him out. It's Eric De Niro at Twitter, at Eric De Niro on Twitter. Here's what we're going to do right now. We did Eric a big favor. He's not a big hockey guy, but we're definitely going to get into the hockey guy. We're going to get to Joe Cronin on the Joe Cronin Show. We're going to be talking a little hockey, maybe touch on his wrestling show and his growth and what have you. Right now, we're going to get into music. Next, we're going to play 3 songs in a row. I want you to check them out. We'll see you on the other side. I am Tommy C. Eric De Niro, Eric Smith, the rapper extraordinaire, was in the crease with Tommy C. We're going to hit it right now. This is Astronaut. Cormac's remix, Rain, baby. Here you go. See you on the other side.
I've been holding on forever, waiting for the rain to come. Who am I to just surrender? I've been holding on forever, waiting for the rain to come. Who am I to just surrender? I've been holding on forever, waiting for the rain to come. Who am I to just surrender? I'm not holding back for anyone. Just surrender.
Yo, Olaf, what up? Yo, don't be mad when you go into your girlfriend's apartment and it smells of rich mahogany. Yo, greatest to never live, I was born dead, like an aborted fetus, head banging with his sore head, rock like Led Zepp, Sabbath the Kiss, hip hop in the flesh, don't be mad at the kid, cognac in the sniff, no crack in the spliff, zone out and chill when you're blasting the shit, control the vibe with the flow and the rhymes, I play my part just to keep the culture alive. Whack rappers should have been aborted, no biggie, y'all ain't important, you know my C's, I'm just being me, a real MC, representative of GMD, boom bap, cool cat, spitting rude tracks, who's that, do that, never getting booed at, ripping every show, hit blueberry dro, sip penny to the roof, spinning very slow. Yo, who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Stealth bomber, rhymes like air strikes, mad nice, fresher than your air nights. Go ahead and laugh, suckers, I'll make mad nuggets. I'm a bad mother, y'all just shit stains and ass nuggets. Been bugging, rugged with the lyric skill. Clearly ill to beat me, you need a miracle. Bass booming, tripped out, stage Truman. Rap mutant, homie, I ain't human. Keith Richards, I spit that raw flow. Bust raps like broken rubbers and pornos. Really sick, guilty kids spit filthy shit. Rhyming skills live and ill, yeah, I'm killing it. Domes blasphemous, skull bones hazardous. Worldwide, not a local rapper, kid. On the road with Tony, plus Prime Pro's my homie. No baloney, stacked cheese, provolone. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Dro sparking, crack open the whole garden. Bee slapping, got the pussy on your whole farting. Like Seagulls way I'm dropping crack. When the ganja at weed man holla back. Sonic boom, Molly Lou, pass that. Let me hit that, break the herb, get the Dutch. Let me split that, break you off, Kid Cap. Up the track, spit raps, haters you could kick rocks. Bitch, get back, ha. Switch it up like a mood swing. Spontaneous, get ready for what this dude brings. Cat stay changing colors like moon rings. Watch how rich mahogany do things. Life or death, which one are you choosing? Picture me rolling like ravers that like to chew things. It's amusing, cats think they're dope, but they're all washed up like sinks and soap. Washed up. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany. Who's the one who spits it properly, kid? It gotta be rich mahogany.
JoshJimmyJayJohnson.com. Check it out. It's me in the crease with Tommy C. What's happening? Hey, I got some sort of bad news. Cornin tried to call me at 3:30. That made me think that he was actually home, but he's actually at work. He tried to get in, but he had to go back from lunch. Therefore, a little bit of a disappointment. Not going to be able to get Joe Cronin on here tonight. I'm going to try to see if I can get. I'm gonna try to see if I can get either Jake, legendary Jake, who does a show with me called Shot from the Point live. And, we do his great hockey show podcast, what have you, because that's mostly about. But I want to really give a big shout out to Erik Smith, rapper out of Dublin. It was really interesting to see and hear basically what he had to say. Now, I thought wrong because he's actually really comfortable with it. You know, being even you can't get much more white than European, and. There's no problem there as far as being a rapper. He didn't. Yeah, actually, the trick is with a lot of this stuff is to ignore people that don't, and it's obvious that he did that. But I thought he'd have some funny stories about getting goofed on as far as being like a rapper out of Dublin and what have you. But you notice he's real talented. Anybody can spit that kind of lyrics over Skype with the music cutting out over them. Is quite gifted because we did this thing on the Joe Cronin show recently, and. It is not easy to spit rhymes under those circumstances. Hi, I'm Tommy C. Yes, this is a hockey show. Well, this is a hockey show. In the Crease is my open format interview show. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it like an interview show where I can interview people. I actually, we did our one sort of big interview was with Harrison Mooney on Shot from the Point Live. We interviewed him a couple months ago, and I thought it went pretty well. I thought it was pretty freaking interesting on his view of the whole hockey world. I'd love to get him on again, but actually, I'll be honest with you, I tried to get him on tonight, but he didn't get back to me. And then Cronin had to go back to work. So I need a partner. Something terrible. Give me a call, Shot from the Point. Live on Skype. You got an opinion about hockey or other things. Otherwise, I'm going to get into it right now. Not later. I'm going to get into it right now as far as the hockey world. Because it is Game 7 night in the National Hockey League. And we have big series tonight. The New York Rangers will face the Philadelphia Flyers in New York in Game 7. Tonight in Colorado. The Minnesota Wild will face the Colorado Avalanche in Colorado for Game 7. And, of course, the Los Angeles Kings will be in San Jose. What do all these games have in common? With a lesser extent, the Rangers-Philadelphia series, which is a lot closer, both these teams, two out of these three teams, led by 2 games at some point. The Minnesota Wild didn't throw in the towel. And, of course, the Los Angeles Kings, former 2012 Stanley Cup champions, didn't throw in the towel. They have both forced Game 7s. Somebody, it wouldn't be shocking if it was all three, is going to be a choke artist to the extreme. This is high pressure. I cannot remember the last time there's 3 Game 7s. And you pretty much can, the first one's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard, the next one's at 9:30 Eastern Standard, and the one after the 10 and the 9:30 is going to run parallel. But, I mean, we got a lot of hockey. A lot of hockey tonight. It's going to be a lot of coffee for me. Oh, shit. I left my coffee in the other room, and I'm stuck. Ah, man. What does that mean? Maybe I got to play a thing. So I got to get coffee. I got to get coffee in me. So I have to play something to him. What I find the most interesting about all these series is the Los Angeles series. Of course, the Los Angeles Kings were down 3-0. The Sharks have not been able to put them away for some reasons. The Sharks, with their history of epic choking and things of that nature, is legendary. This is not the first time that they were forced to Game 7. And I can't remember the year, but I think it was in the last 10 years or so. They were up 3-0 on a team once before. I got to believe in the Los Angeles series that they're going to win it. the Kings are going to come back. The Kings are going to do the impossible. Now, in baseball, it's only been done once. Of course, the Boston Red Sox versus New York Yankees. But in hockey, it's a little more common. I know the Islanders did it back in the 70s, but coming back 3-0 in any playoff sport, in basketball, God, I don't know if has it ever been done in the NBA? I don't know. It's been done in Major League Baseball 10 years ago during the what do you call it? I wanted to say Eastern Conference Final, but the American League Championship game. Boston Red Sox came back, won, and went on to win the World Series. Now, what all these teams also have in common, with the exception of the Rangers and the Flyers, because I don't think the Rangers and the Flyers are on a tier with Colorado or even a Los Angeles and San Jose. That's a closer series. It's a little more expected. They were only up by 1 game. But you got to wonder, with the type of season that Colorado had, with the type of season that had San Jose had, I think the Rangers actually have a better chance to pull it out because there is not as much pressure on them because they had a very good regular season, but they didn't have a killer regular season. Colorado Avalanche were a dominant team during the regular season. The San Jose Sharks were a dominant team during the regular season. And then they also have their history as far as choking in the playoffs. This is going to be some kind of epic night. It's happening right now. 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. It gets kicked off. Actually, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It gets kicked off. It's going to get crazy. It's going to get nuts. I'm all ready and waiting for it. Jeez. You know, it's funny because I played this on Shot from the Point Live. This is they were only gone. Like I said, Sharks went up 3-0, and at this point, they had dropped the second game. So they were going into Game 6 when this was recorded. This is Dan Boyle talking to a reporter. I made a video about it, but you just got to hear it.
What do you think? What do you think? Do you think we went out there and said, hey, guys, we got 3 more cracks at this? Do you think that's what we're doing? Let me ask you. You're the reporter. Let me ask you.
You're professional athletes. I'm not going to.
So your question to me is, did we go out there and think in the back of our minds we have 3 cracks at this?
Did you?
Is that what you think is that your question to me?
I'm not in your position.
I'm asking, is that your question to me? Sorry, but
yes, okay.
That is your question.
Okay, okay.
So did we go out there and think we have 3 cracks at this? I can't believe that's a question, but no, we did not.
You got to understand with the frustration you're hearing out of Boyle. But first of all, that was an unbelievably stupid question for a professional reporter. Not to look. Most athletes think they're going to win every single night. They think they're going to win the Stanley Cup. They always stay positive. Losers don't, especially at levels like that. So to ask a question like that, to insinuate that the Sharks are lazy, is pretty stupid. But you can take Dan Boyle's reaction you could take Dan Boyle's reaction as extreme frustration in the locker room. Nobody looks at it like we have 3 cracks on it. In fact, usually when you lose Game 4 after you're up 3-0, you start to panic. Like, holy crap. Well, it looks like the Sharks are in full panic mode. Now, switching to the Colorado series. This has been a dogfight right out the gate. The Nathan McKinnon of the Colorado Avalanche has shown that he was a first-round draft pick overall this year, went to Colorado, and had a tremendous season. He was great for my fantasy team. He's had a great playoff. It'd be a damn shame if they lose earlier in the if for some reason Colorado should find a way to lose. They have some good players in Colorado, but Zach Parise being one, but. And that's a big but. There's absolutely no reason with the type of season that Colorado had that they can't overcome this. I mean, it is frightening. Absolutely frightening that they can't put these guys away, especially with the type of series that Nathan McKinnon's having. Like I said, young rookie. First-round draft pick overall. Now, you're probably saying, well, Colorado was last place, but you know what? Last year, anyway. They're dead last. They got the first-round draft pick overall, but let me tell you, Colorado was always a talented team. They're lousy coaching. Patrick Waugh, new coach, turned this team around immediately. I think I said in the first Shot from the Point Live episode that Colorado's going to do something. Well, Patrick Waugh said just last week, you have to put your balls on the table, boys. That's a nice way to put it. But they're absolutely right. This team's got any heart whatsoever. They have to win. They have to beat them. Do you disagree with me? Give me a call. Username, Shot from the Point. Get in your computer, fire it up, and give me a ring, bitches, and let me know. I'm actually trying to get a hockey guy to come on here and BS with me. A little thrown off. I thought I was going to be able to get Cronin on. For some reason, I thought he was off of work today. Ed, that's what you get when you don't do your homework and what have you. But let's flip to the New York Rangers, of course. Now, the Rangers, they've had a up and down season, starting off horrible, not even playoff position. A couple changes, an adjustment to a new defensive style. New York went from, well, if I can use basketball terms, a zone defense to a man-on-man defense. Those changes came with a new coach in Lane Vigneault, who we kindly call Guy from Vancouver. They made some player changes, and the players eventually adapted. Rangers finished up quite strong, and they fought with Philadelphia for first and second place, second and third place for the Metropolitan Division. The Rangers finished up slightly better than them. Philadelphia is a very good team, so I would not be shocked if Philadelphia overcame the Rangers, and it wouldn't be all that shocking to me. The only thing that's shocking is the amount of salary that the Rangers have, that they seem to struggle in the playoffs every year, or struggle to make the playoffs, or look sort of mediocre at times. That would be the only question there. But I don't think they're that much better. They're slightly better than Philadelphia. Philadelphia takes stupid penalties. They rely on intimidation and brawn, typical Broad Street bully style. Nothing wrong with that. And the Rangers rely a little more on the skill game. And they have been able to punish the Flyers on certain occasions with power plays when the Flyers take stupid penalties. But I mean, if you get a situation like you got last night where Wayne Simmons got hot, scored a hat trick, the Rangers are lost. Claude Giroux gets real hot, the Rangers are lost. If they can find their offensive niche over there and stop taking stupid penalties and punish the Rangers when they take bad penalties, or even force them to take penalties, then they should be able to win. I got to think the Rangers are going to come through with this. The one joker in the deck is one Rick Nash. Rick Nash is brought over at the early part of 2012. Of course, the NHL went on strike. They didn't start till, was it February? Late January of 2013. Nash, at times, and I'm sure he did this in Columbus, is nothing short of brilliant. He's a big guy that moves the puck, sort of like Jaromir Jagr did at times when he was a younger man. But the rap on Nash has always been, well, he was never able to kind of evolve because he played with, he really didn't have much of a team around him in Columbus. Well, he's got a much better team around him in New York, and this is 2 playoffs in a row where he is almost invisible. Now, I would say in Game 5 he had a big effort, but he couldn't complete, but that's the only time I saw it. Nash is obviously not used to playing under this kind of pressure. And maybe he got ruined over in Colorado because he's a tremendous talent. I was talking to Jersey Jason Lech before, and he was saying that he was one of the few people that think that old CBJ didn't really lose that much by losing Nash. Now, he's 29 years old. He spent almost a decade over there, and nothing happened. And you can always say, look, they couldn't put a team around him. It was practically a new franchise when he got there. But now it is time for Rick Nash to step up to the plate and show that he's a superstar in the National Hockey League, which he's supposed to be. You have good players around you. You have Martin St. Louis. You have a tremendous goaltender in Henrik Lundqvist. And we'll get to him in a minute. Brad Richards playing quite well over there in Brad Richards. Yeah, Brad. Am I losing my mind? It could be the alcohol. You have Richards. You have a tremendous team in New York that is kind of, like I said, finding its way in a new system. But this is time for Rick Nash. A lot of people are saying, well, if Henrik doesn't have a big game tonight, then he's no longer a superstar. One Adam Proto over in the Hockey News. I shouldn't say people are saying. Adam Proto said that. I don't necessarily believe the pressure's on Henrik. Yes, he had a little bit of a bad game, but he has been somewhat solid throughout the playoffs. He had a bad game the other night. Yeah, he got replaced. But, yeah, there's pressure on Lundqvist. But to me, pressure's on Nash. He's got to score goals. Lundqvist looked quite good. Steve Mason looked good. And even early on, there was times that Ray Emery looked good when he first started playing. Mason, of course, coming off an injury. So it's time, fellas. It's time to make this happen. I've been ranting well too long. I wonder if we can get well, I think maybe I'm going to see if I can get a hold of Jake, and then we're going to bring him on and see what's happening. Of course, I guess Joe Cronin's working late tonight, so I think we can pretty much scratch him as far as being a part of the show. I was hoping to get him on, but I think I could probably pull Jake on his phone and things that nature. I'm thinking of getting into the music. That's what I'm thinking of doing. And what should I start with? I don't know. Well, before you heard Rich Mahogany, Gotta Be, the official Kism mix. And then Astronauts Rain, the Cormac remix. Big shout out to Cormac. Appreciate him loaning his music out to me. His remix of Astronauts Rain, which I think is just a really cool kind of dubstep thing going on over there. I know what I want to do. I think I'm going to start off a little slow. I'm going to play some Evan Bartles, El Dorado. Evan Bartles, of course, out of Nebraska, a tremendous talent. Hope he gets signed one day. This guy's tremendous. And then after that, you're going to hear a little, you'll hear that later. What are you going to do? You're going to hear a little Harry Gobin's Army, and then Bliss Denied, when that'll give me time. So I'll be back in about a little over 10 minutes to get back with you, talk a little hockey, and see if we can get another guest on. It would be tremendous. I will see you at the other side, ladies and gentlemen. This is Evan Bartles, tremendous talent out of Nebraska. I hear it's nice. Evan Bartles, everybody.
Roll me a cigarette. We can sit here and forget and smoke till there's nothing left but a filter with no flame. And you can hide your eyes, but I recall your face. Reminds me of when I still believed in grace. But that's not to say that I won't believe again. Can you feel the wind coming east from the plains, singing Colorado like a sweet summer rain? El Dorado, I'll never be home again. I never felt more alive than when you held me in your hands. Hey there, little child, why do you cry? The big old world came and taught you all its lies, that it's dangerous, dangerous to fall down through the cracks. Well, you don't need to plan every day of your life. You don't need to know the better way you'll die. That's dangerous, dangerous, and it doesn't really matter at all. Can you feel the wind coming east from the plains, singing Colorado like a sweet summer rain? El Dorado, I'll never be home again. I never felt more alive than when you held me in your hands.
happening? You're listening to Warp Drive. List denied. Before that, Harry, Global, Army, Fool. This is YouTube, Internet, Radio at its finest. In the Creek with Tommy C. Look, folks, I got a big problem. The guest thing didn't work out like I'd hoped. I even got a shout from Harrison Mooney on Twitter. He's a real pro. He's a super big pro. He's absolutely fantastic. For a guy for Puck Daddy, I'm a little disappointed. I'm a little distracted right now. I apologize. But he at least got back to me and said he couldn't do it because he's getting swamped because he's in demand as far as the playoffs are concerned. So I'm sure to host. I was going to give Jake a call in a little bit. But if you're listening right now, you want to give me a call? Talk sexy to me, baby. You want to talk Minnesota Wild? You want to talk New York Rangers? I would appreciate it. Give me a shout. Shot from the Point. Username Shot from the Point on Skype. I'm drinking coffee. I'm ready for a big night. I live in Europe. So from 1 o'clock in the morning to 6, I will be doing this live for you and yours. Well, no, not on here, but I'm going to be doing the whole hockey thing tonight. You can check me out on Twitter. Tommy C SFTP. That's Tommy C SFTP. This is Shot from the Point Productions. I do a little show called Shot from the Point Live on Sundays with Jake Link. If you'd like, you can check us out on Facebook. Just write Shot from the Point in the search bar. Shot from the Point, and then another crap should autofill, and then you'll get it. And you can like us and see where all our broadcasts are and things of that nature. That's me and Jake right there. That's me laughing like a jerk. The only hockey comedy podcast available in the world that I know of. It's also a lot of fun. Of course, it's Game 7 night in the National Hockey League. Minnesota versus Colorado. Los Angeles versus San Jose. And the New York Rangers versus the Philadelphia Flyers. All Game 7s. All there is no tomorrows. Well, there is a tomorrows. My father hates that saying. He used to go on. Of course there's a tomorrow. Well, for 3 teams tonight, there is no tomorrow. There's nothing but first round elimination and accusations of lots of choking. Maybe, just maybe, we could do this. Also, if you are tuning in, I know Eric's on Twitter right now trying to promote himself. We did an interview with Eric Smith, rapper out of Dublin. You can rewind this right now and check out the whole thing and see what we're doing and what have you. As far as Eric's, we also played his music video, Gangland, which is tremendous. He did a great job. He talks about what it's like being something I can connect with, amateur artist, really, and trying to get noticed and trying to do it. I'm trying to do it via YouTube with this beautiful radio voice of mine. Hi, welcome to In the Crease with Tommy C. And I'm hopelessly chasing my dream and trying to attract folks to our channel because we do a lot of stuff here. I'm probably going to start episodes of Epic 3, the hockey show, video show. I'm going to start that because I'm currently unemployed right now. And I'm also getting married real soon. And hopefully I'll be getting a job on the German economy. But if you listen to this, give me a call. Give me a call. Say hello. We don't screen them. I have an idea. I have a great idea. Before we call Jake Link, maybe we can get Oogie Boogie on. Maybe. Or we'll get Jake Link on, one of the two. Or, I have an idea. Why don't we go over... This might be a little interesting. Let's see how the NHL is viewing some of these, some of the last games and what have you. Let's see. Do we get a preview here of the Rangers game tonight? Is there any kind of video preview we can do? Dun dun dun. Dun dun dun. I can hear my computer It's too bad I don't make any money because I would take what I would do if I made a nickel at all, get a new computer. Because let me tell you something, I'm eating up resources like nobody's business. Nobody's business. Let's check out what they got at NHL.com because I'm pretty sure I can rebroadcast this stuff because NHL's got a real liberal policy when it comes to dealing with jerks like me. Oh Christ! I can't turn the volume down for that. Yeah, I don't want to when you hear the commercial. But we'll go over the NHL reviews right now, as far as the way they see the series, which is of course biased, and they don't want to say anything controversial, anything of that nature. But we'll see what they have to say. I'm interested in what they have to say. I'm really pumped about tonight. And this is what I do to express my excitement. I started a dumb YouTube channel, only to hope to get a hold of
Mike Kelly and
Mr.
Craig Button in the NHL
Joe
Network studio.
Cronin. I think this is it. Why don't we switch to the website with paid shots and let's hear what these goofballs got to say.
Hello there, Mike Kelly and Craig Button in the NHL Network studios, and we are looking forward to Game 7 from Madison Square Garden. Flyers, Rangers, Craig, in Game 6. We finally saw some nastiness between these teams. What do you expect to see in Game 7?
Nasty
well,
whole
you look
series.
at Game 6. I mean, Wayne Simmons comes up big, 3 goals, and a real important game. You lose and you stay home. You win and you get to go back to Madison Square Garden. There's one thing you know about Game 7. Somebody's going home and somebody's going on.
Oh, that's obvious.
It always comes down to a play here or a play there. We know that Game 7s were made for heroes. So Wayne Simmons steps up in Game 6. Who's the hero in Game 7? And I'm not going to underestimate the importance of a healthy Steve Mason back in the lineup because he was very good, especially early in the game in Game 6 versus the Rangers. They're going to need that type of performance again if they want to go on.
Could very well come down to Mason and Lundqvist. The goaltending always so important in these Game 7s. You can see it 7 o'clock Eastern time on NBCSN as well as TSN2.
Yeah, well, why didn't you finish? Because the sound went off? That's bizarre. Well, start 7:30. I'm ready to go at I'll be ready to go a little earlier than that and what have you. And look, I wish I could rebroadcast TSN stuff because they actually do a good job and they put interviews on and what have you. The NHL does this lightweight stuff. But here's the thing. Lundqvist and Nash have to show up big for this game. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. These guys are paid big monies. This is superstar time. Superstars got to show up. On the flip side, the Philadelphia Flyers, Claude Giroux's got to be more effective. He's got to score more goals. He's got to get dirty. I like Claude Giroux. I just don't like him now because he's playing my team. But if Claude Giroux gets hot, you saw, when guys pick up their game like a Wayne Simmons. I know he's really hated throughout the league, but I love him. What it can do. The Rangers are caught flat-footed. Lundqvist needs a big game, and they need production outside of Martin St. Louis. And they're going to need production in Philadelphia, from Wayne Simmons, of course, and Scott Hartnell. The top guys got to score. I think very much tonight, if you're going to see a situation where the first team that scores is probably going to win the game. More than likely. Even if it goes to overtime. Even if we're in for a long night. The first time scores. I wonder if actually one of these series will... I actually wonder if one of these series will end up in a situation where you're going to have like maybe a triple overtime and things of that nature. I kind of wonder. This would be the night for it. This could be an epic night. It's only the first round. Another thing is with all these overtime games early, it's going to affect guys pretty seriously for the next round and rounds after that. That's one of the things that I noticed about Boston when they lost the first game to Detroit. It's like, boy, if they want to win the Stanley Cup, you don't want to get yourself in too many overtimes early. I think you're looking. None of these teams, Colorado, New York Rangers, and the Los Angeles Kings and or the San Jose Sharks. None of these teams are winning the Stanley Cup. played too many games so far, and it's going to come to bite them in the ass if they ended up in the Eastern or Western Conference final. You got to make short work of your first team. LA got hot in 2012, flew through. They really didn't even feel any pressure until they were up 3-0 against New Jersey. New Jersey actually dragged it out to Game 6, but I think that had more to do with experience. All right, here's the NHL preview on the Wild Avalanche. I'm quite interested in this. Let's check it out.
Mike Kelly, Craig Button, we are looking at Game 7 between the Avalanche and the Minnesota Wild from the Pepsi Center in Denver, and that's key for Colorado because the home team has won every game in this series. For Minnesota to have a chance to break the trend, they'll be relying on their big guns, especially Zach Parise.
Well, why wouldn't you be relying on Zach Parise? And why don't we forget about what he's done
all they have
in
to
this
rely
series
on
to this point, as hard as that is to do? Why don't we look back to 2012? Down 3-2 as New Jersey Devils. They came home and won Game 6. They have to go back to Florida and win Game 7. Overtime games, both of them. Zach Parise was instrumental in that victory. They're going to be looking at him to be instrumental again. Not just for his on-ice play, but also for the experience of being in those games. You can never underestimate the importance of leadership and those types of guys that have been in those games and can settle everybody down. And then not only settle everybody down, raise their level of play.
It should be a phenomenal game from Denver. You know the house will absolutely be rocking. Avalanche, Wild. Game number 7. Does it get any better? We will be
Here's the thing about this series. Not only is it okay to rely on Zach Parise, he's really the only dangerous offensive threat in Minnesota. Let's just be honest here. Zach Parise not only has to be relied on, it is absolute a must for him to have a multi-point game tonight for Minnesota to go over, which would be an incredible upset. But it's not out of the realm of possibility because after taking a 2-0 lead, Colorado's feeling serious pressure. They were expected to do good things this year. Some predicted for Stanley Cup victory, which is not out of the realm of possibility. This is a very, very good hockey team, but this is the first time this hockey team right now is being tested. And they've already played too many games, just like we went over before. I don't like going 7 games in the first round. Stanley Cup teams finish their games off, or Stanley Cup winners finish their teams off in 4 and 5 games, like the Boston Bruins. And what have you. Let's go now to, like I said, I really wish I could rebroadcast TSN stuff because they have such better things going on there. Let's check out check in with the Sharks, Game 7. The Sharks, of course, were up 3-0. The reputation of choking, falling down in the playoffs is it's like 1940 hanging over them for any of you older Ranger fans. This feels like 1940. God, I saw somewhere on Twitter where maybe a Sharks player, and I just glanced at it. We don't want to be the Buffalo Bills of the National Hockey League. Well, let me tell you something. If they lose tonight, you can take that. The San Jose Sharks have been one of the best teams. Joe Thornton. Who else is on it? Brent Burns. It's a very good hockey team. And they haven't been able to do it in the playoffs. A lot of this game is psychological. Let's see what these two goofballs have to say.
I am Mike Kelly. He is Craig Button. We are talking Kings and Sharks, Game 7.
What kind of name is
series
that?
has been unbelievable, Craig. First 3 games, San Jose scores 17 goals. Next 3 games, San Jose, 4 goals. If they're going to win Game 7, the big guns need to come out and they need to shine.
Well, there's no question. 4 goals in 3 games, this simply isn't going to cut it. But going back into the Shark Tank, it's the Kings that can smell blood, not the Sharks. And for the Sharks to win this game and not be part of history, blowing a 3-0 lead in a playoff series, they're going to need some contributions. And I know we talk about Marlon, we talk about Thornton,
they're so safe.
We talk about Pavelski. Don't forget about Logan Couture. He's been an excellent playoff performer to this point in his career. There's no bigger game for him than Game 7.
These guys are worse than German soccer announcers. They talk and they say nothing. Make a prediction. Tell me what's going to happen. I'm at NHL.com because it's promotion. And I can't rebroadcast TSN because they are exciting. Highly recommend. I keep up. Well, I could show you the website. Here's how I keep up in Europe, and I highly recommend this for European hockey fans. Every morning when I wake up, if I can watch the games myself, I click on this. I go down and watch more video on the video player. And then I go through the games. Usually it'll have the background games. Now, I can't click on these because I think it'll count as a rebroadcast. I think TSN could attempt to go after me, and I'll lose my ability to broadcast live, which I don't want. The NHL is a little more liberal about this type of stuff, and that's why I can play some of their stuff and what have you. What do you think? Where are we at? What are we doing? Let's see if we can go happy Slappy Jake on here. What do you think? Jake, of course, does a nice little show with me called Shot from the Point. There he is in all his glory. And we do Shot from the Point live on Sundays. We have yet to hash out a time, which is probably half my problem. But if you go to Twitter or Facebook, write Shot from the Point, and it'll autocomplete and other crap. Like us on Facebook, and you can find out about all our broadcasts. The flagship show of the Shot from the Point production channel. We also have plenty of videos, highlights, and an up-and-coming show. We did the first one called Epic 3. I might even play Epic 3 in a little bit. Trying to get Jake, Legendary Jake, on right now. I know everybody's at work in the States because, well, it's like 4 or something. Be nice to get old Jake on. Because I'm running out of songs. Stuff
The
to play.
person whom you're trying to reach is currently unavailable.
Okay.
Please leave a message after the beep.
Well, I will. Hello, Jake. I've missed you for tea time. If you like, you could call me back and I could patch you through live because I would love to hear the comedic stylings of one Jake Link and his opinions on all 3 National Hockey League series. Where'd you get that English broad to do your voice recording? Have a wonderful day, Jake. No, that's the way today's going. Super wonderful. I gotta attempt to hold an audience on my own, which is not easy. Jesse. It's on now. Jesse just types me, hey, what time your show on today? Now, bitch. Jesse's a big helper over the Joe Cronin show. He tweets a lot of stuff and things of that nature. Oh, boy, oh, boy. God, maybe I should have kept Smith on. The great Eric Smith, rapper. Oh, man. I'm so mad at myself that this didn't work out the way I'd hoped. Well, hey. I'm an amateur broadcaster, and I have Beck's gold and you don't. It's just the way I see it. I even tried to get a hold of Harrison Mooney, tried to get a hold of Chris Wazzle, the hockey writers, on everything. It's quite unfortunate. I don't know, maybe I should play his video one more time. Occupied my son, my niece. Well, Wazzle got back to me. He's playing with his niece. Thanks for getting back to me, brother. He's actually a professional hockey writer. I'll give a big plug to Chris Wazzle. You can check him out. Let me get this up here. Get my webpage shot here. Yeah, check out Chris Wazzle. He's the fantasy expert for the hockey writers. Very good website that I go to. He was kind enough to be interviewed a couple months ago, and I really hit him over the head with some stuff, and he had no idea what a jerk off I was. But he is a really, really nice person, and he loves the game of hockey. And if you are a fantasy guy, this guy goes all the way back to the 90s when he used to call up when they did everything via phone and had to keep track of all their stats. And I'm sure there was a lot of cheating going on. So check out Chris Wazzle at Chris Wazzle. THW. Of course, that's the Hockey Writers. Chris Wazzle at the Hockey Writers. Thanks for getting back to me, Chris. I'm sorry we couldn't do it. And a big shout out also to Harrison Mooney, who also got back to me. He's had to turn down just about everything. Harrison Mooney's, of course, I might as well I'll leave him up there too. Let's show. Harrison Mooney is, of course, a pro. He's a writer for Puck Daddy, probably the biggest hockey blog in the English-speaking stratosphere. He's been on our show before, and he's been tremendous. Check out Harrison Mooney, at Harrison Mooney. And he's nice enough to follow me, even though I slam his what do you call it? His colleagues on the regular. Well, because that's what I do. Oh, well, if you see that little flash, that means I'm trying to call somebody. That's what that means. I wonder if I could do that. Oh, you know what I could get? I bet I could get around to doing that. That would be interesting. Bang. See, it didn't happen there. Didn't happen there. But if I want a video call, then you see the video just like pops. Wanted Joe Cronin, wanted Boston Troy. Now I'm kind of like, I'm dragging. Big shout out. Maybe, you know what? You're not supposed to play songs 2 in a row. But this is how much I love Erik Smith. I'm going to play his video one more time. He's a great rapper out of Dublin, and he's a good guy because I went drinking with him. He's a great kid. No, I probably shouldn't call him a kid. He's a grown-ass man, but I love him. And, we actually tried to get him over here to Germany and what have you because, I don't know what he's doing now, so I don't want to speak. But, one of the things I saw when I was in Ireland was a lot of unemployment and a lot of young people out of work, which is just a plague all throughout Europe. And it was quite frightening. And I know Erik works really hard, and he's trying to put it together, and as far as a life for himself together, and he's trying to get noticed in the rap thing, as I'm trying to get noticed in the YouTube thing. As I watch my friend Joe Cronin of the Joe Cronin Show just kick ass, which is great to have an ally like this. That's probably a good idea too. I got to promote that after the case, and he's such a good kid, and he works so hard. And I really hope somebody picks him up. And I will say this to Erik. One of the reasons that guy got back to you, I can't even remember his name already. That's how a great broadcaster I am. Is because he saw talent. I remember just playing spades or asshole or whatever drinking game we have. You had it right there. And you're a real gifted guy. Do your DDP yoga. Shed those pounds. Get your craft tight. You're a real talented guy. And you got a big personality. And you know what? I'm gonna run your video again. Because I love you. Some Irish brotherhood. Of course, I'm not Irish. I'm Irish American, which the bartenders over here always like to remind me. My last name's Callanan, as they say in Ireland. I think it's pronounced Callanan. But I grew up and they told me something different. My name's Tommy Callanan, or Tommy C to you, bitches. But here's Erik Smith's video. I'm playing it one more time, just because I love the bastard. I love him to death. I hope to see him in Germany one day, or I hope I go over there and he's real rich, and then maybe he'll do my show. And things will be good. Here it is, Erik Smith, Gangland.
With
a Liverpool jersey.
One thing I found, I wish I didn't. I betray an image, but they don't get the picture. I'm trying to be me, they only wanna see what I used to wanna be. A gangster, but the real gangsters terrorize me neighborhood. Walk around and grab your boy to hold. Be looms out of your phone. The gangsters winning born tails into one. That's a high ratio, now can I top that? Mathematically not. I run the risk of being stabbed, beaten or shot. I had a dream, they took it away. Now when I see them I just look away. It's the only way I can get through me day. I throw me head cause if I take a glance I drop that friend. So I won't take that chance. Didn't stop there because of that bullet that hit me. I can feel it split inside. It went inside and out. They said that's what you get by not closing your mouth. We run east to west and the north to the south. Can't hear a sound, I'm just collecting thoughts. I want to get out and stay free. To keep me around, they start threatening me. Told me if I didn't want to be caught in the crossfire, and if I ran for a higher ground, I'd be found face down on hollow ground. in the Wicklow Mountains, buried in the halfway I close, surrounded by thought. I just got killed by nothing but thought. And when a bullet hits you, you don't wonder who got it, you wonder who shot it. And where do they want you to die? I was a nice guy, had a wife, a girl and a boy. Beat the girl, was getting boy on the fight. Said I whipped the shit, man, now they're full of resentment. They better be repentant, I swear on the Bible. Revenge is sweet, and if I die, there'll be more blood on the street. So get your suit pressed and lay a week, cause when I get out, I'm gonna bring the heat. Took the tube down my chest and I grabbed the vest. I rang around some old friends who had no problem tying up the loose ends. The plan set in motion, tried to carry it out. I drove down south and the things in the back of the Beamer. This was revenge for what they did to me so unjustly. They always did disgust me, so they pay big time, you can trust me. I whip out the yacht and start to lay clap shots and pot shots on our doorsteps. You hear the bulldog bark as the car spin away with the assailants who just assassinated you. I made a break for the border on strict order. The time was roughly quarter to 2. You watch yourself on the ground as your spirit leave the ground. You're never lost, but your body may never be found. And how profound is that? You went from nothing to being just that. A shell casing found around you. Now there's nothing inside of you.
How about home? Fuck off.
Yeah, that's right. It's me, Tommy C, shot from the point in the crease. The interview show with no interviewee. It's been rough, bitches. It's been a rough night, bitches. But we did have a really good start. I really thought that Joe Cronin was off today. Quite unfortunate. Might end up being a Grand Theft Auto night. Picked up the new Grand Theft Auto game. Well, I've had it for a few months, but I just never bothered it. I downloaded it. I had to get a USB stick, and I got it in there. And of course, I get a big kick out of that gangster stuff. Love the storyline. Of course, the great Trevor, actor Stephen Ogg, which I found out they actually got these. They did the full motion video, so these guys actually got to physically act as well as just to do be a voiceover artist and what have you. Great Game 7 moments. Maybe we could do that, going into tonight. Let's see what the NHL's got us for us. I'm interested. And then we can go, let's see what the NHL's got on NHL.com. Of course, they don't mind me rebroadcasting, apparently. These bastards. Oh! I'm getting the low performance signal. Super. That's just what I want to hear. Really could have used some RAM before I left the Army's teat and what have you. No, there's no background to this. Now, I wanted I wanted something different than this. I'm running out of shit. Try Jake one more time. We're going to bag it. Or we could try Chris Donzovich of the Joe Cronin Show. Yes, sir. Why don't we do that? I got no problem with that. Sounds like fun to me. Let's see if he's around. Thought he's working. Playing songs in the streets of Las Vegas. The great Terry Sazovich of the Joe Cronin Show. Joe Cronin, you a wrestling fan? Well, I got the show for you. Joe Cronin's got the wildest wrestling show on after Raw, live, right here on YouTube. www.youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. Joe Cronin is the best, the wildest. He's got the craziest show on the internet as far as wrestling's concerned. And he's got the encyclopedic mind of one Chris Tazovich, who knows the world of sports entertainment back and forth. And Joe wrestles bears and gets in fights and shit of that nature, which is fun. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. And let's get back to me.
The person whom you're
at
trying to
midnight.
reach.
Yeah, you're not there either. Yes, it's a train wreck. I'm miserable. I think I'm just going to drink the rest of the night. I was going to try to swallow it, but if I spilled it, my girlfriend would kill me. Actually, not even girlfriend anymore. Fiance. Congratulations. Yeah. Here's my, I think my last marriage just called. What did they have to say? Oh, yeah. That was the next. Hopefully this one will be better. This one's going to be great. Just kidding, baby. I love you. The great Andy. What have you. God damn. I don't know. We could try this. This might be fun. He always wants to talk. Talks too much if you ask me. This is how bad it's getting. Nope. He's busy. Oh, well. I'm not going to even say who it is. Oh, Jesus. How should I end this? I got to end it. It sucks. Nothing went my way. Oh. He's at school. Fuck, sorry. Yeah, people got shit to do. See, I hate broadcasting at midnight. And I can't broadcast at midnight because all the games come on. Maybe I should have held this up to 11. That might have been smarter to do the sucker to 11. I think we covered everything. All right, I'm going to say goodbye. I think that's it. We did everything we could. Try to get Jake. Try to get Joe Cronin. Try to get Harrison Mooney. Try to get Chris Wazzle. And I've learned my lesson not to broadcast at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just, I thought, well, I guess I just thought that if I did it spontaneous, then, good things would happen. Oh, well. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the kitchen, have a cigarette. I'm going to flip on GTA until the games come on and enjoy myself. I actually met an Irish girl playing GTA online. We went around killing bitches. Drive-bys. That's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do some drive-bys. Drive-bys sound good. Hey, Smith, if you're online and you hear this, jump on Xbox. I'm Tommy Callahan, one word, on Xbox. Be my friend. And we'll go kill bitches. We'll go kill bitches. We'll talk little children into coming in our car and blowing it up. I got to hit level 19 so I can use sticky bombs. 37 years old playing freaking video games. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. Here's my Irish accent. That's awful, isn't it? You know what? There is actually one more thing I want to do. Oh, Jesus. Just to goof on the Irish on the way out the door. We were too nice to them. You got to see this. And then I'm going to leave you all on this. Are you my father? This is some guy I've heard. I don't know. I work at an Irish pub down the street. And, or work. I go to an Irish pub down the street. And they're saying this guy's kind of famous in Dublin and being kind of a local kook. And it is too funny with the accent and just sort of getting a little stereotypical. Are you my son? I think it's called on YouTube. I gotta find it. Are you my son Irish? God, I used to have this thing on Arius. The guy's name's Buzz. I've actually ran into people that claim they know him. He hangs out on, and I guess he gives an interview. Oh, that's Buzz on Women. Yeah, why don't we just play the whole stupid thing? Yeah, Buzz on Women. Here we go. 200,000 hits. Buzz on Women, Buzz on Women. No, but is this got the I hope it's got the fight. It better. Well, here he is. Here's Buzz, Irishman extraordinaire.
The outlet often said to me, "Old women, they're like a good wine. Finish them off in the first night." So, must have been about she loved about 12 inches it was, sticking out there, and yeah, she's a good mover in bed now. She's up and down like a fiddler's elbow. I'd go up to her in school and I'd say, "Do you want a bit of this?" You know, and she might say no. Then I'd go up to the next one and say, "Do you want a bit of this?" And I'd be just showing different parts of my body, and I might have a banana or something shoved down there, just different bulges on the pants, and she wouldn't know where to look. And some women loved it. There was a young fella walking around town the last day, and he was about a young man, about 3 or 4. He could have been my son for all I know, like, you know. Because he was going out, he was holding hands with the woman I was tapping up years ago, like, so he could be my son, you know, you wouldn't know. I mean, there's boys out there. I was in a town before called Langan Village, it was called, and basically there was a young lad, and he looked awful similar to me. I thought I was fighting in a mirror, right? Come outside the nightclub, I was like, "Do I know you from somewhere?" And he goes, "Do I know you? Do you know?" And he had a Celtic jersey on, but he had the green and yellow one, right?
Green and yellow?
I was about to throw a punch. And then he looked at me in the eyes, and I go, he goes, "Am I your father?" I said to him. And he goes to me, "Am I your son?" And we just hugged it out. Turns out that no relation at all, and I just headbutted him and taken away. But, you know, it goes to show you, people are out there, you could know them.
You could know them. It's got to be my favorite stereotypical Irish. Hey, just to let you know, not everybody's stupid in America. There's some dummies over here in Europe. That is absolutely my favorite thing, and I think I'm going to finish it on that. Oh, Link wants in. He said, "Give me 5. Better get on quick, because I'm just about to bag it." Yeah, it'd be nice to get on with Jake before we leave. Before I do that, I want to plug the official songwriter for the Shot from the Point. It's none other than JohnFreemanMusic.com. 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 John Freeman is the official musician of the Shot from the Point Productions channel. He writes all our little ditties and things of that nature and the theme song for, of course, Shot from the Point. He can do it for you, your podcast, or whatever you need. The guy's got a plethora of work. You can check him out on SoundCloud. And how do you get to SoundCloud or what his page is? Go to JohnFreemanMusic.com. JohnFreemanMusic.com. Get him out of his parents' house. JohnFreemanMusic.com. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. The great John Freeman. And right now we got Jake Link in the works, and then we're going to bag it because nothing worked. And, Jake will find it funny because he's a funny guy. That's what he does. Now I'm thinking I shouldn't have moved along because Cronin got in touch with me at 9:30 or 3:30 Eastern Standard, but that's when he had lunch. But I thought he was off of work, and then I was just going to rotate and put them all through. Big plans. Talked to people before. It got so bad tonight that I actually almost put on my brother, which would have been super pathetic. But at the end of the day, I got Beck's Gold and you don't. You don't got Beck's Gold. I got Beck's Gold. And you know what? I go down the street and I can buy more if I want. Yeah. No joke. I'm going to check in with Jake, you better call me. You will hear this in 30 seconds. Real quick, because I'm tired of myself. I'm tired of hearing my own voice. If you can believe that, because that don't happen too often. And I want to play Grand Theft Auto with that Irish girl I met in Smith. Interesting enough, that Irish girl kept on peeking her head in the strip club when I was with her. I wonder what's going on there. I'm not going to say her, but well, we went around whacking people until they got sick of it, and then they started crushing us. That's the way to... You better get on. There he is. Oh, Jesus Christ. You going to give me that kind of hard time? There it is. Answer, bitch. The great legendary Jake Link. Oh, it's been a fucking... Oh, actually, you're home. Oh, that's even better. Super.
Hello.
Oh, you don't hear me?
Tommy.
Cool. Yes, I'm on. How could you not hear me? Let me check my options right here. Yo. Oh, my God. It's going to do this to me now? We usually take care of these problems. Oh, I know. Because Skype is fucked. I couldn't have put somebody through if I wanted to. So we're going to try this one more time. Hopefully it'll go through. Train wreck disaster as usual. Yo, can you hear me? No. Unbelievable. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut out of Skype and give this one more shot. He's ready to go for a change. Unbelievable. So I'm going to restart Skype. You can see him over there. And you can see him, but we can't. Don't tell me he's still online. And I even cut the thing. Oh, this is so fucking stupid. Unreal. Fucking unreal. Yes. This has happened to me before, folks. I've actually turned off Skype, and for some reason, it's still thinking. I can still hear Jake buzzing around. He's probably trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And that means that I'm finished. Well, let me restart Skype and see what happens. If this doesn't go on right now, then I am... it's still on. This is unfucking believable. God damn, let's try this. Actually, microphone. Okay. Check. You hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, God. Well, you're not going to hear any sound effects, but it's been one of those friggin' days, man. Not so much with equipment failure, but with... I
can barely hear you fading in and out.
Really? How is that fucking possible? God damn it. I don't know how it could be fading in and out. Let's go back to stereo mix. Check. No, it's all fucked up. I don't even know how that's even mildly possible. You still hear me?
I can barely hear you, breaking in and out.
I don't know how I could break it in and out. Maybe it's just a bad stream. I don't fucking know. All I know is I've had it. Turn up your volume. I think we should end this nightmare. I'll talk to you offline. I'll call you on the phone. How about that? You gotta be kidding me. You can't hear me? This is not very professional, Jake. Yeah. Call me back. Yeah. Try calling me. Ugh. Yeah, I know. He can. So the internet hates my guts once again, and it loves to hate me. Microphone, Logitech, check. There we go. Answer with video.
Yo.
How am I doing now?
A little bit better.
A little bit better or a lot better?
Yeah, much better. Lot better.
Super fucking great. Welcome to it. It was a train wreck, buddy.
It was?
Yeah, it was kind of a train wreck. Well, I thought Joe was off, and I was promoting this guy I met in Ireland a few years ago. He's a friend of a friend, and he's got like a sort of little music career he's putting together. I shouldn't say little. I mean, he's got big dreams. And he's a talented guy. That went real well. And then just kind of crashed and burned from there. Yeah.
What do you do? Well, we got Game 7s to look forward to tonight.
Yeah, we might as well get into hockey. Well, while you're on, let's go through the series. Why not, right?
Let's start with the home series.
Let's go for that, and we'll go for predictions outside of the shot from the point game. That's what I'm really looking for.
Okay.
I want predictions. I wanted to see how you feel of the game. Actually, there's one ex-Devil that's really turned it on of late. Let's talk about the Colorado. Let's talk about the Colorado Wild series. Now, the Colorado was up 2-0. At times, Nathan McKinnon, first-round draft pick overall, has shown signs of brilliance. But true to the nature, something you pointed out in Shot from the Point Live, these teams that had to fight for the playoffs, when they go into the playoffs, they're all ready to go.
Yep.
They're ready to make it happen, like, right there and right then. And whereas, like, a Boston Bruins or a Pittsburgh Penguins or even a Colorado Avalanche, they try to slow it down after they clinch because, you know, they don't want some kind of freaking injury. I don't think it's any coincidence that Taves and Kane were out as long as they were. I think it was probably they put a little extra games on them to be safe.
Yeah, definitely.
But the downside of that, I mean, you saw that in the Chicago series. Even though they came back and won, they dropped 2 games as well and came back against St. Louis, which was they were just behind the Bruins in points overall. So Colorado finds themselves in a situation that nobody wants to be here. Did you hear the Patrick Wall "put your balls on the table" comment?
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Well, they asked him going into Game 6 because he didn't look too confident. He says, we're going to have to put our balls on the table. Boy, Patrick Watt's just a man's man, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. They don't make him like him anymore.
They really don't make
No.
don't make anybody like him. I was about to say don't make Frenchmen like him anymore. They don't make anybody like Patrick Watt. We're going to have to put our... Have you even heard that expression before? We're going to have to put our balls on table. On the table.
No, I've never ever heard that. No.
No, it's a beautiful thing. I think of lots of men's balls on the table. Footballs, soccer balls.
Hey, McKenna, all right. Where do I put them? And my theory about this is Colorado loses because I think this is an amazing run, and I think you're going to be seeing a lot of them in the postseason with Waugh and McKenna and Velarnoff and stuff. I think you're going to be seeing a lot of them in the postseason. I just think they're too young.
I think you're right. I think they're obviously not ready as far as the playoff pressure. They got the talent. They're not ready for the pressure. I think you're right. I think you'll see the
just
Wild
too young. You're gonna start seeing them. You're gonna start seeing them come up a lot.
They got to learn from this.
Yeah.
Every great team takes some kind of big loss. They got to learn from this. They got the coach in place. They got all the tools in place. They got everything's going on. This is a team for the future. I mean, you think this team finished dead last year, and it's going to be a little disappointing considering the run they had. But I think you're just seeing some
growing pains
and inability to, or having the lack of experience to deal with the pressure as a team at the high pressure. So I think if you see Zach Parise have a big game, because I mean that's basically all they have over there.
And don't forget, Zach Parise does have deep run playoff experience.
That's true, and he's a little older. He's in his early 30s now. And they're ready to go. It's gonna be a little difficult in Colorado, but I think I think there's gonna be one like epically long playoff game tonight. If I had to predict, that's it. Because I got monetized this tomorrow. I'm going straight through to monetize this, and something tells me that game's gonna still be on when I start monetize this.
Wow,
that's what I think. Moving on to the Rangers, Philadelphia. It is not as much as a choke situation. I mean, yes, the Rangers choked. They failed to put Philadelphia away. But these are two very evenly matched teams. Where do you see this series going? As if I don't know.
Well, as you know, the NHL is all trends.
Yeah.
If you notice, like for a while, like the team that scores first always wins in certain games. Or sometimes, like a case 2 years ago when the Devils were in the playoffs against Philly, it was the team that scored second ended up winning each game.
That's bizarre.
So, but the fact that it's been going back and forth, kind of goes into the Rangers' favor. But after
slightly.
last night,
Slightly. So you're probably seeing a 1-goal game in the third period or an overtime win for the
after
Rangers.
last night, I think it's wide open.
I gotta believe. Well, here's the thing: if Giroux or Simmons or Hartnell has a game like Simmons had last night, the Rangers are in big trouble. The Girardis and the McDonoughs of the world have to shut them down. There's no way. The Philadelphia Flyers, with the possible exception of kind of having a streaky scorer in Giroux and a streaky guy in Hartnell, they're a very good hockey team. They're just like a little consistency off and maybe one more offensive player off of being a much better team. I think they're very even teams. The one weakness and this is why I think the Rangers will probably end up scrapping it out and probably going in the next round, is their consistently stupid penalties. Both these teams are going to come out firing and they're going to try to intimidate each other. And I honestly think if the Broad Street bullies try to do bully type tactics, find themselves down a man, and the Rangers can convert, especially on that first power play. I don't even think it's the first goal; it's the first power play. Because when Philadelphia's in a bind, they start to get, I don't want to say goonish, but they kind of double down on the intimidation. So I gotta believe the Rangers are going to get through.
They take a lot of stupid penalties, and also you guys didn't Rick Nash used to play for the Rangers?
I thought he did. I remember hearing about a trade. I think it was a big trade too, And I don't know. You're absolutely 100% correct. You know, there's a lot of pressure about Lundqvist because Lundqvist has not had a terrible series. They've actually limited his shots. With the exception of last night's game, he's played quite well. The real pressure, on my opinion, and at least from a fan's perspective, it's got to be on Rick Nash. Rick Nash is the problem. Rick Nash is paid big bucks to put in big goals. They cannot continue to rely on McDonough and St. Louis. Rick Nash has to do what Rick Nash does best, and that's move around guys and make it happen. And if you can't move around guys, you better start dishing.
Yeah, he's been nowhere even.
This is 2 years in a row where he's invisible in the playoffs.
You know, like I said, in Columbus, he only played 4 playoff games.
That's true. Got swept. Well, the rap on Nash was he's one of the elite stars of the game that's on a horrible team that they weren't able to build around, which I think was legit. You can't say that with the New York Rangers. They got lots of talent on the Rangers. Whether you like the Rangers, you don't like the Rangers, there's talent.
They have tons of talent. I don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't understand. Like, a part of me thinks that they could have beaten Philadelphia, and they probably should have been. You know, I picked 7 games just because the teams knew that they were gonna go 7 games.
Yeah. Well, it's. I don't know if it's as dramatic a choke situation as this next series. Well, I mean, before we go to the next series,
3 cracks at it.
are you happy with Lundqvist's play thus far? I mean, do you think it's his fault if they lose it, like Adam Proto saying?
I don't. I mean, the goalie. I mean, everybody from the semi-educated hockey fan to the uneducated hockey fan is always going to say it's the goalie's fault.
Yeah.
It's the goalie's fault. Like, you know, I know as well as you know that it ain't always the goalie's fault.
It's almost never the goalie's fault.
Yeah, you know,
to be honest with you.
You know, sometimes it's the goalie's fault why you're still in the game. You know?
Yeah, right.
They're gonna have a bad night. Like what was it? 5 goals on 13 shots last night?
Yeah.
It was something like that. That's
so. I mean, yeah. The only thing is the Ranger defense has been very consistent for him in limited shots, and I think that's actually one of the problems. He didn't get a lot of work, even in games he lost and won. So he gets a little. He's been getting a little cold in there because the Girardis and the McDonoughs of the world are doing their job. But he's got to stay alert. He's got to stay alive. He's getting older. This is a huge game for him as well. But I really don't care how it goes. I really don't think it's going to have anything to do with Lundqvist. I mean, Adam Proto of Hockey News is saying, if he doesn't win tonight, he's no longer a superstar, which is complete bullshit. Because first of all, a superstar has nothing to do. It is your promotability.
Yeah.
Henrik Lundqvist could sell a lot of shit whether he loses tonight or I mean, look, Eddie Jockerman.
People aren't going to be burning their Lundqvist jerseys.
I mean, nobody's going to be doing that. I mean, Proto's such a toolbox. But I really think that the real superstar that's in question, and he's another guy, he'll still sell jerseys, is Rick Nash. He's got the, I mean, do you wonder about Rick Nash just being ruined, maybe? That he spent so much time over there?
Last year they had him on the 4th line.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you give up all those picks. You give up, like Jersey Jason Lech saying like it wasn't a good move. I was kind of like when they did that move, I was kind of like I don't know how I feel about this.
I couldn't be against it because the talent was there, and you can't say there was ever a team around him. But Jason pays a lot of attention to that to CBJ, and he was saying like, look, it's nice, I like Nash, but I don't think it's as big a deal as anybody thinks, which tells me that Jason didn't think he was that good to begin with.
Nash. You don't build around a player like Nash.
No.
He's a piece that you get to build with.
Really? But see, that's not how he's billed, and that's not how he plays at times. I mean, look at Rich Nass' highlight videos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think the pressure's on Nass more than Lundqvist. Going to our next series, which is the one that I...
Well, they have 3 cracks at it, so... You know,
we got like 200 some odd hits on when I did a flashback video on our show on Sunday.
Oh, we got a lot of hits on that?
Yeah, it was 200 or so. I mean, people watched it.
Look at us.
The retention was over in a minute. No, not on the video, on the short that I made. I made a short out of our conversation about Dan Boyle, which I thought is great. Check the Shop from the Point webpage. It's right on front of the trailer. We made it the trailer, kind of the feature for this week. Yeah, I really dug the shit out of that, and what have you. What was I gonna say? We noticed this earlier in the week with Dan Boyle They are rattled. Going up 3 games. If you've been living under a rock, San Jose Sharks went up 3 games. It looked like we're going to close LA out. Very good LA team still. Only 2 years away from their last Stanley Cup victory. And they have dropped the next 3. I got to believe that the Kings are moving on. I
think the Kings are going to win.
Absolutely. Too much pressure. You heard Dan Boyle. Now, I don't certainly believe that they were sitting around like, hey, we got 3 cracks at it. That's just an idiot reporter. But something happened, and you can hear it in Boyle's voice. There's something wrong in that locker room. And I think it's like that 1940
They're having goaltending
pressure.
Problems.
Yeah.
And the Sharks are notoriously a team that chokes.
Yeah, but I'm not worried about the goaltending stuff as much as I'm worried about. I got to be honest with you. As much as I'm worried about, what do you call it? Their psyche, so to speak. Yeah. That's what I'm. That's what I'm really worried about. It's just their psyche, and if you listen to, I'm taking a cue. Maybe I'm reading into it, but I'm thinking they're really rattled, and that was only going to Game 6, I think, or is that going into Game 5?
Yeah, I mean,
I think that tape was from Game 5, going into Game 5. Oh no, it's going into Game 6. Sorry, because they lost Game 5. And I said it even on the video. You can check it out. It's the feature video or the trailer video on the Shot from the Point website or YouTube site. And I gotta believe they're gonna collapse. Gotta believe. Here's what I'm predicting. LA blows them out the door.
Yeah, it's going to be like a 4-1 game.
They're going to collapse. I wouldn't even be surprised if San Jose scored right off the bat, and they're going to collapse. I think it's we're going to see something
you
like
think
that.
about it, I mean, the team's been broken up, but there's still a core of that team of LA that's been
that are
to
Stanley
the
Cup
finals.
champions. Here's another prediction I have. See if you agree with it. So many going. We've talked about it before. I'm a big believer in this. By the way, I can't believe I just started playing my kid's Barbie doll. Isn't that bizarre? I just picked it up and started like tweaking around with it. Ooh, God, I'm a creep. We talked about this before. None of these teams, not the Sharks, not the Kings, Sharks, Kings, Rangers, Flyers, Wild, played too many games already. You got to eliminate. If you want to be a Stanley Cup champion, you have to eliminate quickly. You can't go 7. I don't see any of these teams being a Stanley Cup champion this year. Any of them. I think I'm really safe with my Boston pick. I got to be honest with you. Boston got a little pushback. I'm like, oh, shit, it's going to be a brutal series.
Well, honestly, I think whoever wins out of this series, out of the Rangers and Flyers series, will be Pittsburgh.
Really? I tell you, the Rangers are a better team than Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. It's funny because, like, this time last year with the Capitals, I'm mad at the Rangers. I'm not mad at the Rangers. I think they're actually playing pretty good. I think they're playing a good team. And I think
they're playing a team that is they're not the same. They're not the same. Everyone's saying they're the same thing. Like, no, they're not the same. The Phillies more of the hard nose, hits you in the face type of team. And
the Rangers got to take advantage of it. That's for sure, brother. Anything else?
No, I mean there's Yager signed for 1 more year with the Devils, so
yeah,
that's great.
Yager signed a little. Well, we actually go over. We can do a quick news right now.
Oh, by the way, a quick news thing. Did you see in Minnesota what they were doing behind Varlamov?
No. Oh. With they had like the chain gang outfit on.
Yeah, they had his mug shot like posted right up. That's what's great about this game, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, that offends people at probably not on this particular issue.
It would have been great if they were wearing wife beaters and they put the Avalanche logo on it and his name and number on the back. I think I saw a meme. I gotta find it. It said I told my wife to get my wife beater, so she got me a Varlamov jersey.
Yeah, I told that joke earlier in the year. Mike Keenan won the Gargling Cup of the KHL, of the PAFL. 20
What's
years.
the name of the cup?
The GARA Gargling Cup. I don't know. It's KHL.
I wonder if they write all players' names on it, because that thing is a fucking weird ass language they speak. Yes, backwards R.
It's backwards R.
Yes, backwards R in numbers in our language.
Well, they were drinking vodka out of their... They were gargling vodka out of the gargling cup. This is Mike Keenan's first champion 20 years since his 94 championship with the New York Rangers. That happened. A lot of talk about heroes out there. The thing is, like, I can't even pronounce the team's name over in the KHL. A lot of talk about heroes. There's going to be... Somebody's going to be a legend. Somebody's going to be a legend tonight, especially if they keep it going all the way to the cup. Then you're really going to be a legend. Chris Kreider had some big goals against Washington 2 years ago. A lot of people forgot about that. Except, Henrique. Henrique's still kind of remembered, but nobody wants him on the team anymore, right?
Adam Henrique?
Yeah.
Hey, he's still a very important part of the New Jersey Devils.
Yeah, it's just well, he's the only part.
He's not like a Stefan Mattel or anything that one defining moment. Like he's like a legit player.
The Devil fans did their best to kind of make that happen though with him. It's Armato. Yeah, sure, whatever.
He's not our Mattel because if we won the cup, he would have been our Mattel.
Masterson Trophy finalists are Jaromir Jagr, Manny Malhotra, and Dominic Moore. Masterson Trophy is given out with the best player who best exemplifies quality and sportsmanship. I think Malhotra's, he's been out of the league. He's got an eye injury. He's coming back. Dominic Moore's wife died. He missed a year of hockey. He only came back last season. And Jaromir Jagr is an old fart, and he works hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I would expect.
I was talking to somebody. Jaromir Jagr has to be the most loved player in the NHL.
You think so? I think
by far.
He's so weird, though.
That's why he's loved.
He's a weird dude. I remember last year when he was playing for Boston in the final, they asked him, who's your favorite player? He's like, well, me. Me, I'm my favorite player. Wouldn't you be your favorite player? Oh, God,
he's very lovable. Like nobody can really hate Jaromir Jagr. I mean, now I can't really say it, but I used to say Shaq was the most lovable pro athlete, but it's kind of hard to say now.
You know what? I think Shaq just didn't. I guess we had to. Shaq got tweeted a picture. I'm going to end on this of this guy, and he was. I'm going to be honest. He's weird looking. And Shaq decided to respond to it with a weird face. Turns out this guy has some kind of freaking disease where he can't sweat, and it keeps his teeth from developing, and he's got a sort of a deformed head. And he passed it around on Twitter, and other NBA players and the Waka Flocka Flame got a hold of it. And everybody's goofing on this guy, and he's a poor dude with a disability. Right on the heels of criticizing what's his face in the LA Sterling in the LA Clippers.
Oh boy, Chris Kosovich is not a big fan of me because.
What's that?
Because I made a comment that I think it was horrible what he did and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And and I was on Facebook. I said, but I think a lifetime ban from the game, from the NBA, and I think that's a little bit.
Really?
Harsh. I thought it was a little harsh.
Here's the thing. It's interesting to me, like if you say something politically wrong, and the guy's views are fucked up.
Yeah.
That you're gonna get a lifetime ban, but if you cheat and use drugs and stuff,
that's what I understand. I brought up the example of like a player last few years ago who brought a gun to a practice.
Yeah,
and had it in his locker room. Gilbert Arenas. He got a year suspended.
The bottom line is, and we got to end this because my computer's starting to act funny. The bottom line is with the NBA situation, it's a black league. You can't have people that own teams that are uncomfortable around black people. That's it.
Yeah, and you know what? After sleeping on it and reading more about it, listening to on Sports Talk Radio, I go, I see why they had to do it. It was a political. It was a business move more than
I guess. Yeah, it was.
It was 100% a business move.
Look, the thing is, I wish. I don't mind them being this hard on this stuff, but I wish they were this hard on other stuff. I wish guys got banned for doing other stuff. You know, like this. Like
That's
bringing
what
a gun to pad. You're banned for life. You bring a gun to pad. You're banned for life. You know.
I mean, it's a completely different sport, but look at Michael Vick.
You're banned for life. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I'm a Jets fan. I am a true Jets fan, and I'm gonna root for Michael Vick as long as he's my quarterback.
Yeah.
But I will, you know. But if they said we're banning you for life because of what you did,
yeah, but it's too late. For
I'd have no problem.
No,
with
I wouldn't
it.
have a problem with it. But the thing is, it's this political thing. It's funny, like, you know, you could cheat, you could do drugs, you could do all this stuff, and then your girlfriend can set you up. And let's face it, it is a setup.
Yeah.
And she set him up because he's such a disgusting racist, and she knew he was going to say it. I guess she got wind that he was dipping out.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can come up with.
The gravy train's pulling out.
I mean, you know, let's not forget, too, it is a little spooky, and it's still illegal. And it's illegal to record somebody in their home, unbeknownst to them, and post it. Now, that's not the NBA's fucking concern. That's not their job. But it is a little concerning. Even liberal Bill Maher said that. It's a little weird that, you know, you can be recording your home and lose everything.
I mean, the way that you've probably heard all the audio clips, it sounds like she was trying to do an interview. It wasn't a natural conversation.
Yeah, he should have picked up on that, shouldn't he? That's what I thought.
Well, honey, what do you think about black people?
Oh, geez.
That's what it sounded like.
I didn't hear all the things. Did he say the N-word?
I don't think he did.
I don't think he
did. He said, "Why? What are you doing taking pictures with him?" Referring to Magic Johnson.
Because he's Magic fucking Johnson, you douche.
Yeah. Now, if she was sleeping with him, I'd say maybe
that's probably what he's worried about.
There's a problem.
He doesn't want black guy. He doesn't want black guy in his girlfriend.
I'm not even saying it because
hey Sterling,
he's black.
I got a message for you.
I'm saying it more from the disease aspect.
I got a message for you. That chick's not into you because you're good looks.
Yeah, she's a gold digger.
Yeah, and she's a real bitch too because she sets you up nice and golden. All right, it's me. Tommy says the end of
all right,
our
guys.
broadcast.
Yep.
We're gonna say goodbye.
Game sevens, maybe,
I don't even know how this show's sounding right now because we're getting like a
maybe just maybe. What time does Monetize This start?
Midnight your time.
What time?
Midnight your time.
Midnight?
Yeah. Check out. Oh God, maybe I should put that on.
I doubt I'll be up, but
yeah.
If I am up, I will call
listen
in.
to it tomorrow if you
can hear me and Chris Tosevich argue a little bit about the situation.
I'm sure. I have a feeling that's gonna come up. Let's check this out. Monetize This. Me, Joe Cronin Show, and Chris Tosevich talking about all goofy stuff. Check out our old stuff. We did 2 episodes this year. We got to Monetize This tomorrow. I'm gonna be up 24 hours when this is all over, you know. Check out Monetize This. Check out the Joe Cronin Show. youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. That's where you can get Monetize This. All right. Thanks a lot, Jake.
See you guys. Enjoy your game sevens.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, go.
Enjoy your game sevens.
Teams that I chose. Take care.
All right, everybody. Take care. This is Connery Pirate signing off. See you soon. Take care. Oh, he dipped out of me, and I was raising the volume, and then I couldn't raise the volume on it because fucking Skype popped up. You're a pain in my ass. Jesus Louises. Oh. That was a train wreck this show, but it's fun. Big shout out to Erik Smith. Played his video twice. Have a good one, everybody. Good night. Enjoy the game.